Let's go. Second game with Chicago Bulls.
The General, as he made his arrival, showing up earlier this afternoon. Welcome, everyone. Good evening. This is Saturday night NBA. Kevin Harlan and Clark Kellogg, and this is the NBA on 2K Sports. This game in Sacramento marks the start of a homestand for the Kings. They dropped their last game, losing in Los Angeles to the Clippers.
Kevin, I really don't think they have anything to be ashamed of. I mean, they played hard, really hard.
Making a switch here, the Bulls. And it's the Bulls with the ball. So the Bulls 5 right now. The General, he's in at shooting guard. Michael Jordan is out there with Pippen. Then it's Dennis Rodman and Harper. Here's Grant, and he hits that one from down low.
You can't let guys get so close to the hoop like that. You got to bump them and chuck them a little bit as they come through the paint. Make them feel you.
From everything you hear, Clark, the Bulls players have a good locker room, great chemistry. Guys really get along.
Yeah, it seems like that, Kevin, and that's always what you're looking for, the intangibles. Guys that want to play together, that want to be together, and that have each other's back.
Working on Rodman. Fades back. No good from Grant.
They'll allow him to get that off.
And slam dunk. Wow! Now the Sprite Slam Cam for the replay.
Boy, when you run the fast break correctly, it's a thing of beauty.
And here are the Kings now. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
When they had chances at the line, they couldn't execute well enough. When you're giving up 5, 6, 7 points that you usually can count on at the line, it's going to make it awfully hard to win when you have those kind of giveaways.
Here is Harper. He's coming off a 16-point game against Denver. Pass to Pippen. From 17 feet out, it's blocked. The Kings leading. This their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
Yep, they'll see them twice this season, so not a lot of face time with these guys.
Grant with the ball. Rodman on him. Lets it go. No good from Grant.
It's a great look ahead up court to set up the easy, fast break finish.
So it's Sacramento now. And the people do like to see these interconference battles.
Oh, I agree with you, Kevin. Definitely in some sports you don't get to play all the other teams on your home court, so the fans love coming out for these.
Gets it to the fall. He's got 6.
He's been a go-to guy for him here in the quarter, doing an outstanding job putting the ball in the basket.
Rodman sets a screen. Fires from the high post. Pippen with the bucket. And we're now all tied up at 8.
Great pick there. The defender was stopped in his track, and it freed up the easy basket. He got baited into throwing that one. The defense was well on top of it. You should leave those long bomb passes alone.
From 11 feet away. No good from Grant. Here's Chicago. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
I really think this was a wake-up call. I mean, we saw them play way too lax.
Rodman on him. Easy shot. Grant. That's good. He's got 8.
Beautiful delivery with the bounce pass. He kept it away from the defense, which set up the shot perfectly.
Here's the General. 38 points for him last game against the Nuggets in Denver. From deep. Cannot hit. And it's Sacramento going the other way. Here's Richmond, and he dunks it through.
Plays like that are what makes this league so great. He's a special player.
I don't care if you're a fan of another team. You have to admire someone, Clark, who can make those types of plays. Pippen, the pass to Jordan. Tipped. Under 7 minutes left in the first. Number 5, guarded by Jordan. Here's Grant, working on Rodman. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Grant, and there are the Kings with another bucket.
He's really doing a nice job leading his team and setting a terrific pace this quarter. He's been absolutely dominant.
Another sender in the team. We can't play.
Here's the general. And again, Chicago, no good. Kings leading now by 4, and that one's good. He has 6.
Just put the ball in his hands, Kevin, and watch him go to work. He's going to make something good happen.
And here are the Bulls now. They trail by 6. Rodman with a screen on Grant. Here's Pippen, blocked. Now the Kings with it. Good momentum, 8 straight points. And here is Grant. Richmond, guarded by Pippen, takes it up, kept alive. Another shot, banks it right in.
They're really doing a nice job, a really good job of getting everything they want in this quarter. Just good, solid basketball.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Here is Harper, right now averaging 11 points a game. And it's Pippen slamming it down.
He's getting the highlight reel play of the day for that one. Now that was a dunk.
He certainly put a little something extra into that slam.
Little added pizzazz.
Nice job at the line, and that one falls to pick up the and one. The Kings struggled mightily last season, but they were still pretty good at home.
Yeah, Kevin, Arco Arena still a tough place to win on the road, and the Kings still won 18 games there in a down year for them.
And here are the Kings now. It's a 5-point game. Here's Grant. Count the baseline J. 12 points for him. About Arco, the noise level when that place is going is just deafening.
Absolutely, because it's an old building and sound just kind of stays right on top of you when you're playing in there. So you're right, it's a building that can really make it tough for the road team. You've got to close out on that mid-range jump shot.
Kings leading now by 5. Number 5. Rodman with the defensive effort.
That's his job. That's what he does. He clamped down on the shooter. He's one tough defender.
Right side, Jordan, 13 feet out, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
I tell you what, Kevin, both teams have been on a tear. This could be a very high-scoring game.
And the Kings with possession. 3-point lead. Rodman against Grant. Releases. Scooped up.
The D served it up on the platter, and he still wasn't able to convert. He's got to be disappointed.
Got that bucket in no time at all. He's got 10. So it's Sacramento now. Right around 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Tipped. Stolen by Pippen. Chicago trailing here. Outside Harper. It's tipped. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the general. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Here's Richmond. Again, the miss by the Kings.
That's not something you'll see very often. Got the mid-range jumper he wanted, but off target.
Pass to Pippen. The shot is off, and the Kings the other way.
He hasn't been able to get on track here.
Here's Richmond. Can't stop the drought.
Once he gets it inside, Kevin, he's really a good finisher. That's a good effort defensively to force the miss.
Here's Jordan. Gamble snatches it inside.
He tried to add a little flavor to that one. Maybe was thinking about the highlight reel, but then he missed the shot.
Here's Grant. That falls in on the layup coming off the feed. He's got 14.
That's too easy. The D's got to get to him about 8 feet further out.
The general sets a pick off the screen and slam dunk by Jordan.
That's how you do it. That was a nice setup. I mean, the pick was in the right place, right where it should have been.
Followed the strategy that is mapped out on the sideline. Those timeouts mean a lot for these guys.
Yes, they do.
Timeout called by the Kings. Let's take this opportunity to... Here is Harper. 101 left in the first. Backing down is Jordan. A fadeaway gets it to go. Jordan's got his third bucket of the night.
He didn't need the fade there, but he knocked down the shot, so you can't argue with the result.
Here's Gamble. Misses the trade.
The D dared him to put it up, and he couldn't make him pay.
We play with Kukoc on 5.
Left side, Jordan. That falls. Nice
Come
feed
on,
that
man.
time from Scottie Pippen.
Why he doesn't use
Jordan's
Longley?
got 9.
He's really one of the big reasons why they have the lead now. He's playing an extremely efficient game. It's fun to watch.
They need this. The shot no good.
Kevin, that's the kind of shot you want. You can't ask for better execution on offense, but sometimes they just don't fall. He's got big-time hops.
Yeah, he's not afraid to take it into the big man country every once in a while.
It's only my second game with Bulls, so
And here are the Kings now, trailing by 4. Here's Richmond, and once again off the mark by Sacramento. Here's the general, and smashed down.
There it is, Kev. The old pound cake dunk. Simple and plain, but boy, does it taste good.
Oh, good job taking what the defense gave him right there. I'm hungry.
Always. This is one of the key reasons why they're losing. You have to get more production out of your...
A closely contested game here at the start of the second quarter.
come on, start.
So it's Sacramento now. 6-point game. So with Rodman on the bench, this is Phil Jackson's lineup. The general in a 2-guard. Pippen is out there with Michael Jordan. Then there's Harper and Kukoc. Shot clock at 5. Williamson backs in. It's blocked. The Bulls leading by 6. Here's the general. Taps the break with the nasty stuff.
Kevin, they're fighting extremely hard right here. Bit by bit, just trying to pull away.
Williamson, guarded by Kukoc. The shot is off. Now Chicago takes it the other way. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And the Kings with possession. Here's Gamble.
That was a perfect chance to finish on the break, and he let it slip away.
Jacks up the triple. Can't get it to
come
go.
on.
And the Kings
All
the other way.
alone, man.
Owens backs him down. Jump off pass. Here's Richmond. Hoop plus the hard. He would not be denied, and he'll have a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Just forget about the man in your grill and slam that thing home.
The defender is saying, what do I have to do to get out of here? No good, and they don't get the 3-point play. Looking at the Kings last season, they had the second lowest attendance in the league. Very surprising. A little over 13,000.
Yeah, really surprising considering they had the Rookie of the Year in Tyreek Evans, and they actually were pretty competitive at home, too.
Owens hits the left of the rim and gets the friendly bounce. 6 points for him.
Your best bet is to deny him that position, do your work early on defense. Once he gets inside on you, you've already lost the battle.
Kukoc can't get it to go. Well, Clark, the Kings owners have been pushing for a new arena in the capital of California for quite some time now.
Yeah, they have Arco Arena, one of the older arenas in the league. It's time for a facelift or a new building, I would say. Something new, something exciting. That kind of venue, I think, would help generate some fan excitement and also bring them back.
First one falls for him. 17 wins on the road with 24 losses for the Bulls this past season.
Yeah, and that's inverse of the home record, and they finished at 41-41 for 2 straight years, Kevin. That's about as middle of the pack as you can get.
The shot is off, and it's Sacramento going the other way. They've trailed by as many as 8 points. Here's Richmond. Sacramento again missing. And Clark, our stat guy, follows up on what you just said, saying that they had inverse records for home and away in 2009 as well, if you'd believe that.
Huh? I mean...
Yeah, that's what he told me. I'm just reading what he wrote
All right,
down.
no kidding.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it, but we'll see if they can break that trend this time around to get off of that 500 overall record and flip the script on the inverse home and road records.
Well,
how about that?
Well said. I understood it.
Okay. So did I. Had a miss on that trip, but still made this a 2-possession lead.
Pulls up. High post. That's good. He's got 12.
Well, that was a nice start. After having a good first quarter, he's showing us more of the same here.
Here's the general, Harper, with the screen. Here's the general. And it's good. Jump shot utilizing the screen. 21 points in the game. Williamson backs down. Richmond, guarded by Pippen. With 1 second left, and again it's Sacramento converting. Here's Harper. About 8.5 minutes left in the second. Backing down is Jordan. The shot is off, and it's Sacramento going the other way. To the inside, here's Campbell, flushes it in.
Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfectly.
Chicago calls timeout.
I didn't play point guard, not even for a second.
Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You take a look at the Magic. Right now, they're off to a fast start. First place in the conference. And, of course, the Chicago Bulls right on their heels. The general sets a pick. Kukoc backs in. Takes the turnaround Jay. Richmond inhales it. The Kings trailing. Down low, here's Owens, and he dunks it through. Great pass to set it up.
What a run. They're making shots and playing lockdown deep.
Right side, Jordan. Connects from 13 feet out. Jordan's got 11.
He's been extremely active out there, and he has the stats to prove it. Terrific hustle.
Got a piece of it.
Oh, come on.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Chance to check out the Sacramento Kings' upcoming schedule. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. The Kings are making a switch. Grant's checked in. Here's Harper. About 7.5 minutes left in the half. Here's the general. Here's Jordan. And count that bucket right there. He keeps with it, and now a free throw shot for him.
How about Michael Jordan in this one? 13 points, and there's a nice number in his assist column as well. He's a one-man wrecking crew out there.
Grant working against Kukoc. Baseline jumper, no good from Grant.
He's been AWOL this quarter. When his team is down and in need of some scoring from him, he hasn't shown up.
Uh-oh, a little bit of a statement made there while he hung on the rim.
That's one way to make sure the whole building knows exactly what you just did. Number 5, he's guarded by Harper. Number 5, kept alive. Here's Owens, and good, they convert on the second chance. He's got 10.
Snares the offensive rebound, then sends it home.
The Bulls leading by 3. Outside Pippen. Off the pick. Oh! Throws down the reverse jam.
That's good execution there. I mean, use that screen to give yourself an alley to the basket.
Right, and they use it well. It's reading what's ahead of you.
Yeah, nicely.
Owen backs him down. And that's good on the way up.
I think they've got to keep getting him the ball. When he's going like that, he's in a zone right now. Perfect from the field. You've got to continue to milk the hot hand.
Now a look at the hottest teams in the league. These squads have knocked down everything in the last 10 games. A look at Chicago, the most efficient team in the NBA in terms of scoring.
Kevin, it looks like they've been less hesitant to shoot the ball lately. They're shooting it much more confidently and freely. They've got a much better flow, and that always bodes well for your offense.
And, of course, Sacramento. They shoot the ball so well. One of the best. Here's Pippen. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here. Thinking about this Bulls team knocked out by Cleveland in round 1. Joakim Noah said he wanted the Cavs, but maybe bit off a little bit more than he could chew in that state.
Well, you know what? It wasn't for lack of effort on his part. I thought he produced at a high level. The Bulls just need to mature a little bit and add an inside scoring presence to be able to challenge the Cavs.
The Kings trail by 5. Here's Richmond. That's good. The layup comes off a nice pass. He's got 16.
My goodness, it seems like he's got every point this quarter. Just an amazing job helping to cut into this lead.
Here's the general. 23 points in the game.
When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team it. That's your only hope.
And here are the Kings now. They've trailed by as many as 8 points. Grant against Kukoc. Clock at 4. Here's Richmond with authority. He's got 18. 12 in this quarter alone.
With no one around to challenge him, you're going to see that kind of finish every time. It's too easy that way.
Well, Clark, those are the kind of chances you dream about.
You sure do, man. You love that opportunity.
From the high post. Harper, no good.
Both teams really matching up well on the board. We've got ourselves a pretty good game here, Kevin.
Jordan, and it's rebounded. The Bulls leading by 3. Outside Harper. Back to Jordan. Left side Jordan. Shoots it up. No good. And the Kings the other way.
When you settle for that kind of shot, that's a wasted possession. That is not a high percentage look.
That's good. 20 points for him.
He can't be stopped. It's been a volcanic eruption.
Here's the general. 25 points in the game. Backing down is Pippen. Kept alive. Outside Jordan. Here's the general. And again, Chicago. No good. A big possession here.
Can they come back to take the lead?
Gamble. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Here's Pippen. Pippen missing again.
He hasn't been able to contribute as well as he wanted to. But in spite of that, they still have the lead, and that's a good sign.
Number 5. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
2 shots. ABC.
And he ties it up, making it. Here is Harper. And Grant. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Here's the general. Pass to Jordan. Deflects the pass. Here's Richmond. It falls. He's got 22. Here is Harper. Here's the general. To stop the drought. Here's Rodman. Can't hit. And the Kings the other way.
Well, he was wide open for a reason. The D was just begging for him to attempt that shot.
All alone. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
Shocking how wide open he was. Even more shocking that he couldn't sink it. Great vision on display there. The pass led him perfectly to the basket. That's how you do it.
Kings leading now by 5. Williamson guarded by Pippen. Just 5 to shoot. Number 5 blocked. And so here is Chicago. They've trailed by as many as 8 points.
Good execution on the break leads to the nice bucket.
To the paint. Here's Richmond. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Well, the bad shooting continues for them to start this half.
Now Harper. Back to Jordan. From 11 feet away. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
We've seen them make 3 of their first 4 shots. That's good shooting to jumpstart them here.
Number 5. Kept alive. Connects from in close. He's got 24.
His agility and soft touch really paid off there. Not many players could have laid that in.
Harper with the ball. To tie. Jordan's shot is off.
You know, it might be the defense's game plan to force them to shoot from outside because they really sagged off on that one.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Pippen.
Tough interior defense means not allowing easy baskets. Good foul.
And he knocks down the first one. The Kings are making a switch. Making a switch here, the Bulls. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's the general. He's got 27. Outside, Kukoc. Here's the general. Another one falls for Chicago.
Inside, outside, Kevin. I love it. He drew the D in and then kicked it out to the open man.
Number 5. Rodman with the rebound.
Well, the defense put pressure on him, and frankly, he'll miss some of those. Even when he's wide open.
Here's the general. He has 29. Shoots over Grant. Richmond gets the board inside. The break is up. Goes up. No good from Grant. Bulls trail by 3. Here's the general. Right now averaging 27 points a game. Drains the easy jumper.
Team is scoring, but he will find ways to get involved on the offensive end.
The baseline J. Grant. That's good. And the Kings lead by 3. They've been by 3. Tipped. Now here's Jordan. He's got 15.
That's a good call by the referee. There was definitely some contact on the release of the shot.
And the first one drops. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And here are the Kings now. They lead by 1. Inside. Number 5. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Lakers. Long way to go still in the season, but even so, they've got the top spot. And, of course, there's the Kings.
Okay.
So it's Sacramento now. 6-point game. He's picked up by Pippen. Here's Richmond. Sinks the open shot. He has 30.
Well, he's lighting it up, and that surprises no one. This guy is just a dynamite scorer.
Here's the General. Takes it up. Great finish in traffic.
Right now, he's just too good, Kevin. Way too good. They need to bring a second defender and try to make him give up the ball.
Owen backs down. Releases from 15. And there are the Kings with another bucket. Here's the General. 33 points for him. Back to Rodman. Here's the General. Can't get it to fall from downtown.
They're showing a slight advantage on the boards in this one to this point, Kevin.
Tries to save it. Just 5 to shoot. 1 on the clock, and that one's good. He's got 9.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
Here's the General, averaging 28 points a game. For 3. Number 31 corrals the miss inside. He played through 3 and the double-digit game going on here. We'll come right back live from Sacramento and from the Arco Arena. And now let's send it to our sideline reporter Doris Burke for our Sprite Spark of the game. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, the spark in this game, the big push by the Kings. They put a big run together in that first quarter with their tough defense and have had the lead ever since, guys.
Great, Doris. That big scoring run being a difference maker, Clark, in this game.
Well, it often comes in spurts, Kevin. Spurtability is what I call it, and that's what happened today.
This is Phil Jackson's lineup. The General, he's in at point guard. Tony Kukoc is out there with Bill Wennington, and it's Michael Jordan and Pippen. Now the Bulls with it, trailing by 10. Deflected. Grant outside, and he dunks that one through.
Boy, he can produce some rim rattlers, Kevin. This guy can fly.
Well, the whole building, Clark, knows what's going to happen when he goes up. Grant gets the whistle for blocking. That is his first foul of the game.
A little too much body contact there. You have to stay in front of the ball handler by moving your feet, or you'll get tagged with that call every time.
Here's the General. Outside Pippen. Back to Jordan. With the fadeaway and the basket good. Jordan's got 19 points.
This is what happens when the defense lags. Wrong guy to give an opening to.
Williamson, guarded by Kukoc. Here's Williamson on target with that J from the line. And the Kings lead by 12. Here's the general. Kukoc with it. Grant rips down the defensive board. The break is on. Stolen by Pippen. Here's the general. Leads him with the pass. Throws it down off the nice pitch.
That's one of those little things that makes a big difference, you know? A very nice screen set there.
Very unselfish play right there, Clark.
Some guys love to set those hard screens.
And they make that part of the repertoire. Number 5. Can't get it to go. So the Bulls will take it the other way.
He continues to struggle from the field. But
Oh,
luckily
come
for him
on.
and his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
So it's Sacramento now. 10-point lead. The general gets the reach-in call. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's a really tough call for him right there. He's got to be extra careful now.
Chicago on D. It's a 10-point game. Grant with a screen on Jordan. Here's Richmond, and it falls freed up off the pit. 32 points in the game.
Nice screen to set up the J. Excellent offensive execution right there.
Pass to Pippen. No good. And it's Sacramento going the other way.
He's got to break out of this slump if his team wants a chance to win.
Grant in the post. Blocked. A challenging stretch here for Chicago. Down by 12. Kukoc.
Oh, watch out for Malone. Run for cover, young fella.
Fantastic alley-oop pass there, Kevin. Some more highlight reel material for us.
Clark, that's a fan favorite. Who doesn't like to see that?
I know you and I love it.
Oof. There's the double team with Pippen. Number 5. And the one-handed jam to finish.
Where are you guys?
That done
Where
made
are
a
you
statement
guys?
right there.
We're putting on a show,
Good
Clark.
defense
Such an
of the
impressive move. Chicago calls timeout. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Phil Jackson as he addressed his basketball team. He was clearly fuming. He told them, "You guys look like you're sleepwalking out there." He said, "I don't know if you rolled out of the wrong side of the bed this morning or what, but we've got to step up and wake up. Guys?"
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's the general, up high and down hard.
Look at the way he fought for that rebound and then punched it home once he got it. I love that.
Nobody was going to outmuscle him there. So it's Sacramento now. 10-point lead. Here's Williamson. Parrish against the rebound.
Well, Kevin, they need to crash the boards effectively here.
The general kept alive. The tray, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. He has 38 in the game. From 18 feet away, no luck. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Here's the general, and good as he jams that one in off the nice dish. He's shooting 16% from downtown.
That was vicious. I mean, real vicious. He hung on the rim just to say, you realize this is my basket, don't you?
Yeah, that is a nice finishing touch, Clark.
You think he bent the rim there, Kevin?
I think he did, sure. Look at it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Gamble. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Here's the general. Fires from 14. Shot long, it rolls off the far side. Kings leading now by 5.
How we missed
To
that.
stop the run. And that's good. Laying it
he
in.
missed that.
Nice feed inside. Sets his teammate up for the easy deuce.
Here's the general. Scooped up. Round with it. It's tipped.
And you look at what they've done, or rather what they haven't done, it's hold on to the ball. They've had 4 turnovers already this quarter.
Number 5. And he drops it in on the way. And the Kings lead by 9. Parrish inside. Hits the quick shot. So it's Sacramento now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
And Kev, that's only his first giveaway for the game.
Here's Jordan. Again, Chicago. Kings leading now by 5. Number 5. Count it.
Where is the difference?
Here's
in
the general.
fourth, guys? Where is it?
Just over 5 minutes left in the 4th. He dumps it off. And here's Brown. From 17 feet out. That doesn't go either for Jordan. Number 31. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2. And here's what the Chicago Bulls schedule is looking like. They'll be playing the Celtics. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. And the first one at the line is good. The Kings are making a switch. Grant's.
Oh my God. Well, it's the second game in this, so the chemistry is not good, and we have to lose. That's the game in Hall of Fame.
You know, they really had your number out there tonight, and it wasn't even close. What happened?
Well, I don't want to speak for the rest of my teammates, but I know I didn't play as well as I could. I think everyone just seemed to be a little bit off, truthfully. When the chemistry isn't there, things can get ugly. These kinds of games just happen sometimes. Usually, they're few and far between. Hopefully that's the case here, and we don't have another performance like that for a long time.
So nobody really liked my answer. Okay. Okay, I had a phone call, sorry.
The General, as he made his arrival, showing up earlier this afternoon. On the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival. The Orlando Magic are trying to get ready for this one. 2K Sports proudly presents the NBA. It's Wednesday night, and we're happy to be with you. Just a single game at home. After this one, it's back on the road for the Bulls. Maybe not the start to the season they might have hoped for. Nonetheless, with plenty of games left, they've got time to work the kinks out. The General in the starting lineup for the very first time in the NBA.
And you know, for a guy drafted in the second round, Kevin, to become a starter, that's impressive. I mean, that's no small accomplishment there.
Scottie Pippen grabs the miss, and it's the Bulls with the ball. One thing most people would probably admit when looking at Orlando come last April, May, and in the spring, they seemed underrated going into last season's playoff run.
Yeah, I think they were a bit under the radar, Kevin. I mean, people just didn't realize how good that team was defensively. They were a very solid defensive team. I mean, they would always kind of blind you with the three-point shooting and the ability of Howard to finish around the rim and block shots. But that team was a very good defensive team.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. They've got Grant and Scott. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I was able to talk with Phil Jackson for a minute. I asked him what word would best describe their defense, and he replied, intimidation. He thinks their length and capacity to block shots makes teams think twice about bringing the ball inside against them. That should certainly work to their advantage today, guys.
Thank you, Doris. And Clark, how often do we hear this from coaches?
A lot, Kevin. You know that. A lot of times that's all coaches want to talk about is defense. It gets you easy scoring opportunities off long misses, steals, and block shots. Can get you into transition if you defend well.
And both of those teams, Clark, you mentioned, the Magic and the Cavaliers, both teams falling to the hands of the Celtics, the older of the group.
Yeah, and I agree. I think that was the key, Kevin. The fact that the Celtics were a more seasoned team. And you can never underestimate the value of that experience, that seasoning. So you can handle adversity, you can stay together, and you're attentive to the small details that differentiate between winning and losing.
Now here's Jordan. Right side, Jordan gets rid of it. It's tipped. And here's Longley.
He got caught napping. You've got to pay attention and protect the ball.
And he flushes it through. Sprite Slam Cam with the replay.
When he goes up, sometimes you think he might never come down.
Well, it won't be the last time we see one of those slams from him. Backing down is Jordan. Kept alive. Rodman passes to Jordan. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
They took a long while to get a bucket. If they continue to score at this pace, they'll be in for a long game.
And here now the Magic. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
Well, you know, they beat these guys pretty good when they played last season. It's a real confidence booster going into this one.
Chicago on D, trailing by 5.
Nice anticipation right there to snatch that one.
Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
You get these lopsided days statistically sometimes when you lose. Huge numbers for one player, one guy.
I give them the
but
ball
the team
and
as
they
a
shoot
whole suffers,
immediately, man.
and you end up taking the loss.
You just can't overstate how important those matchups between the top conference teams are.
Well, there's always a lot at stake, Kevin. You want to get that good seed in the spring. Both these teams know every game is going to be a battle.
And these players think about that.
Yes.
They know about the seeding.
They sure do. They've got it in their minds. That was a high degree of difficulty on that shot. Whenever the defense can make you change your shot at the last moment, it's never easy.
Throws it up. Scott, good. 7 points in the game.
That's a tough shot for anyone. Those runners need a soft touch.
Bulls trail by 7. On the line, Jordan can't get it to go.
He's been AWOL this quarter. When his team is down and in need of some scoring from him, he hasn't shown up.
Let's go with a 3. Scooped up. Here's Hardaway. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here. And the first one at the line is good. From everything you hear, Clark, the Bulls players have a good locker room, great chemistry. Guys really get along.
Yeah, it seems like that, Kevin, and that's always what you're looking for, the intangibles, guys that want to play together, that want to be together, and that have each other's back.
Here's the general. Baseline jumper, scooped up. And here now the Magic. About 7.5 minutes left in the first.
We can't call plays.
Rodman against Grant. Makes it from 18 feet out. I'm talking about their chemistry. I think so many of them are young and growing together on the floor. It naturally comes off the court, too.
I think so. I mean, when you've got a group of young guys that come in together, it gives them a chance to grow and mature together, and I think that makes for a healthy situation. The defender couldn't get around the pick, and his help didn't show up in time. Nice play for the layup right there.
Here's Scott. Some solid defense from Pippen.
He's not giving an inch on defense. He really bothered that shot. Good execution on the break leads to the nice bucket.
And it's the Magic with the ball. It's a 5-point game. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
The difference was their edge on the offensive side of the court. They made some key baskets, and it always comes down to that. Trying to set the pace, that enabled them to win the game.
Pippen against Scott. Dumps it off. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Number 4 nails the turnaround jumper.
Way to square up off the quick turnaround. That's textbook, and it's pretty.
And here are the Bulls now. They trail by 7. Here's Pippen. Pippen missing again.
He's had some problems finding the range here in this quarter.
With the floater, Scott, good. 9 points in the game so far.
Those floaters are difficult to hit, but he made it look easy right there.
Outside Jordan. Shoots over Grant. One shot by Jordan, no good.
Terrible.
Normally he sinks that shot. His mid-range game is excellent. He just misfired that time.
And that one's good.
They've been unstoppable. What a strong start.
And it's the Bulls with the ball.
I can't wait from them.
Here's the general, averaging 26 points a game. Raises up. And again, no good by Chicago.
This quarter's been a disaster for him, Kevin. He just can't buy a bucket.
Here's Scott. No good. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Here's the general. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up. Quite a force last year, Clark, the Orlando Magic. Just looking here at their numbers, they were just unstoppable in the Eastern Conference alone with 39 wins.
Well, Kevin, a lot of teams in the East would have been happy with 39 wins overall on the year, let alone winning those, having that kind of number in conference games.
Several teams changing it up here. And it's no good. Poor shot selection there, to say the least. Turnover by the Bulls. Playing as a team so crucial. Let's see the NBA's best. You look at the Bulls. They really know how to get everyone involved. The best in the NBA.
You know, if there's a stat that coaches really would be impressed by and proud of, it's assists, leading the league in assists. And this team is outstanding. Not only do they have excellent scores, but everybody is willing to make the extra pass and share the basketball.
Here's Orlando now. They lead by 11. Hit his leg. And it's being called a kickball. On defense, Chicago. 11-point game. Here's Strong, up high and down hard.
They've been dominant at both ends of the floor, so the early lead is no surprise.
Here's the general. About 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Kick it up, kick it up.
Can they get it? That's good.
Great pick there. The defender was stopped in his track, and it freed up the easy basket.
And it's the Magic with the ball. Here's Anderson. Rips it down.
Uh-oh. A little bit of a statement made there while he hung on the rim.
That's one way to make sure the whole building knows exactly what you just did. Here's the general. Comes up empty from the top of the key.
They're making an early statement here. I mean, crashing the glass and cleaning up every miss.
The general gets called for blocking. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, it can be awfully hard to stay.
Here's Scott. He's got 11. So on the floor for Orlando. They've got Grant. Scott against Harper. Outside runner. Scott can't get it to go. Now the Bulls with it. They trail by 9 points. Harper kicks to Jordan. Here's the general. Lets loose for 3. Scott rips down the defensive board. Tipped.
He tried to air it out. Bad pass there.
Here's the general. He's covered by Grant. Back to Jordan. Puts the hammer down.
Took advantage of a little bit of lax defense right there.
Well, those chances are usually not going to go by the wayside. Here's Scott. He had 13 points in the win against Detroit. Connects from the high post. He's got 13.
You've got to close out on that mid-range jump shot.
Harper dishes to Rodman. Oh! Hammers it in.
Beautiful delivery with the bounce pass. He kept it away from the defense, which set up the shot perfect.
He can't complete the three-point play. 24 home wins for the Chicago Bulls last year, Clark. About what you'd expect from them.
Yeah, I was not surprised. That's a reasonable expectation for the Bulls. But if they want to make the leap to being a top seed in the East, they'll need to up that this year and be a truly unstoppable team at home, which means somewhere in that mid-30s range.
And it's the Magic with the ball. The Bulls getting the bucket. Number 4. Rebounded by Rodman. Bulls trail by 5.
That was an alley-oop pass.
Right side Harper. No dice. And here now the Magic. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You look at Orlando. Right now they're off to a fast start. First place in the conference. And of course the Bulls. A few slots below them. First free throw is good. Thinking about this Bulls team knocked out by Cleveland in round 1. Joakim Noah said he wanted the Cavs, but maybe bit off a little bit more than he could chew in that statement.
Well, you know what? It wasn't for lack of effort on his part. I thought he produced at a high level. The Bulls just need to mature a little bit and add an inside scoring presence to be able to challenge the Cavs.
Harper with the ball, defended by Scott. It's blocked.
He just hasn't been able to get on track in this game. Not like he would like to. He's a much better shooter than he's shown.
From the wing. Yes, on the jump shot. 15 points in the game. Bulls trail by 9. Outside Jordan. He's covered by Grant. Deflects the pass.
Just too difficult to squeeze that pass low.
Goes up, and he drops it in on the layup.
Good job of leading his man right to the rim for the bucket.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And the Magic making a change here. Here's Harper. No points for him. He dishes it. Hardaway. He's guarded by Harper. Here's Scott. No luck on the three-point attempt.
I don't understand it. Kevin, the 3 hasn't been kind to him here in the first half, but he still continues to fire away. Way to move it up court. That's a great pass.
Magic leading by 9. Jordan with it. 6 points for him. Longley with it. Outside, Rodman. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. And upcoming the schedule for the Orlando Magic. They'll be matched up against Milwaukee. And that'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. And here now the Magic. They have a 9-point lead. Scott with a screen on Harper. Arcs it high. Outside runner. Scott can't get it to go. Averaging 10 points per contest.
It's a great look ahead up court to set up the easy, fast break finish.
About 8.5 minutes left in the second. Here's Grant. Rodman with the defensive effort. Bulls trail by 7. And here is Harper. Here's the general. Defended by Scott. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. First one falls for him. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
This is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line right here.
The Magic leading by 5. Hardaway. He's guarded by Harper. Outside runner. Scott can't get it to go.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier. When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team it. That's your only hope.
Here's Scott. Poked away. Kept alive. Now Grant. Will it go? And he hits the jumper for 2. He has 6.
Well, he's playing a well-rounded game, and he's really helped them in a number of ways.
Outside Jordan. Off the screen. Rips it down. Coming off the screen.
That's how you do it. That was a nice setup. I mean, the pick was in the right place, right where it should have been.
Followed the strategy that is mapped out on the sideline. Those timeouts mean a lot for these guys.
They do.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. And it's the Magic with the ball. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
Well, that's a little bit of the European style of play there. When your bigs can hit the mid-range jumper, it can really open things up for everybody else.
Now here's Jordan. Back to Harper.
Well, Kevin, he hasn't had a great game in terms of taking care of the ball and limiting turnovers.
Here's Strong. Finishes the break with a ferocious slam. Here's Harper. Not on the scoreboard yet. Now Longley. Here's the general. He's got 14, and that one's good.
They're definitely doing what they need to do as far as getting better shots off. That's a move in the right direction. That's where they want to be headed, getting good quality shots.
Scott can't answer back with his own 3.
It's not been a day to remember, but if they get the win, I'm sure being the team player that he is, he'll be fine.
Jordan kicks to Rodman.
No, Rodman.
Shaq misses. So Orlando will take it the other way.
Why?
Hardaway guarded by Jordan. Scott backs in. The runner. And Orlando again with the bucket.
He's looking to have a big game. He did a solid job in the first, but is building on that now here in the second.
Backing down is Jordan. And they double up Jordan. Here's the general. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. 19 points in the game. The Magic leading by 4. Here's Hardaway. Oh! With authority.
That can crush a defender's spirit when he finishes with that kind of flourish.
Clark, is there anything better than a slam like that?
I don't think so.
Here's the general. Jump off pass from deep. Jordan. Rebound Grant. On offense, here are the Magic. 6-point game. Scott can't get it to go.
Kevin, I tell you, his three-point shot has looked awful here in the second half. He's trying to shoot his way out of his slump, but he needs to give it a rest and try something else.
Here's Harper, and here's Jordan outside, kept alive. Here's Longley, and there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his first personal foul. At the line, he holds.
And the first one drops. The Magic making a switch here. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Magic leading by 5. Here's Anderson. Michael Jordan grabs the miss.
Oh, that jam would have been something else. Key words being would have.
Here's the general, defended by Scott. Here's Pippen. Buries the free throw line jumper. Pippen's got 15 points.
He's just so gifted offensively. He's a tough guy to match up with. What about the setup? I mean, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes.
Well, putting it up there soft and throwing it down hard. And so here is Chicago, trailing by 5. Here's Jordan, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Take a look at what Jordan's done. He's got 8 points and also 3 steals. He's had great awareness out there, exploiting those passing lanes and coming up with steals.
Jordan is missing free throws.
He hits the second from the line. And here now the Magic. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Anderson guarded by Jordan. With the teardrop, and oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Michael Jordan. The first one falls.
Well, you can't top perfection. That's a great job. Perfect from the line this quarter.
Oh, come on.
And so he makes both from the line. Here's the general. He's got 19. Here's Pippen. And again, no good by Chicago.
This is one of the key reasons why they're losing. You have to get more production out of your core star players.
Bulls trail by 6 to the right wing. Here's the general. Kick out. From about 16, Longley can't get it to go.
Well, he was wide open for a reason. The D was just begging for him to attempt that shot.
Good work defensively by Pippen.
Once he gets it inside, Kevin, he's really a good finisher. That's a good effort defensively to force the miss.
And it's the Magic with the ball. They lead by 4. Pippen against Scott. Fires top of the key, and that one's good. He's got 19.
That's one of the toughest shots in basketball, Kevin. It's so tricky to get the soft touch and the accuracy when you're flying to the basket.
Here's the general. Here's Longley, and the one-handed jam to finish.
Boy, that was nice and easy, but easy's probably just the way he likes it.
Yeah, and the one-hand slam always looks nice, Clark, on the highlight reel. And here now the Magic. Here's Hardaway, a little long, but it goes in. He's got 13. Here's Jordan. He's got 11. He's against Anderson. Shoots from 12. Jordan with another miss. Magic leading by 6. Scott the pass to Grant. Nice D from Pippen.
Oh, what a great look to get it inside. That's the way to find him when he's ready to score.
And here now the Magic. 1:06 left in the half. Grant outside. Shoots. Scott, good. 21 points in the game. Here's the general. He's got 21. Down low. Backing down is Jordan. And they double up Jordan. Jordan can't get that one to fall.
An ideal time to go 2 for 1. Every possession counts.
Outside runner. Scott, good. And the Magic lead by 9.
Come on now, you got to pay better attention than that on a shooter like him. You'll make that 10 times out of 10. Oh! Well, I like how he just stayed with it. Made sure he gave himself a good chance at making the bucket, too.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
At the line, the Bulls. Scottie Pippen. Shooting one.
Okay, he started using the senders correctly.
And he makes the free throw. And it's the Magic with the ball. 6-point lead. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock.
Kick it out! Kick it out!
Guarded by Pippen. Shoots from 12. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Boy, this is fun to watch. This guy is putting on a show right now. He's making it look really easy.
Outside Jordan. With 1 on the clock. And that's not going to fall for him.
Come on, Michael.
That'll do it for the first half. We'll see you in just a moment, live here from Chicago.
And we got a fun one going on in Chicago as HP presents. Checking out the leading scorers from both sides in this one.
Now the second half about to begin in just a moment. Here's the general, averaging 28 points a game. The general, he's in at the point. Long way out there with Dennis Rodman. Then there's Pippen. Defended by Scott. Pippen up high and down hard.
1 hand, 2 hands. This guy's so good, he might be able to dunk it with no hands.
I knew you were going there. Hey, from that position, he's always going to find a way to throw that thing down. Grant. Scott, guarded by Pippen. Scott can't get it to go.
Hey, he can hit from that range. I think he missed that one, but the defense is going to want to tighten up on him out there. Boy, when you run the fast break correctly, it's a thing of beauty.
And here now the Magic. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Here's Hardaway. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. You got to stop the layup there. Make him earn his points from the line.
First free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's the general. 23 points in the game. No good on the baseline J. Magic leading by 6.
That's easy shoots. Easy.
Here's Hardaway. Nails it from close range. He's got 17.
Well, he's lighting it up, and that surprises no one. This guy is just a dynamite scorer.
Here's Pippen. Connects from in close. And they cut it to 6.
We've seen him make 3 of their first 4 shots. That's good shooting to jumpstart him here.
Grant with the ball. He's got 8. With the fadeaway. Luke Longley grabs the miss.
I think the defense was crowding him a little bit, threw him off some, so he had to fade just to get room to shoot, and then couldn't adjust.
And here now the Magic. 4-point game. Here's Scott. Off the mark from 3.
Well, the bad shooting continues for them to start this half.
Here's the general, defended by Scott. Jordan with it. He's against Anderson. Another one falls for Chicago.
He'll make that shot all game long. The defense has got to get over the top of that screen.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And now let's highlight the highest scoring teams in the NBA. A look at Chicago. Great team that likes high-scoring games.
You know, it's amazing when you consider how much can change on a team from year to year, but nonetheless, this team has been one of the best at putting points on the board.
Oh! Flushes it in.
Right now, he's just too good, Kevin. Way too good. They need to bring a second defender and try to make him give up the ball.
Here's the general. 25 points in the game. Pass to Pippen. He's feeling it. The shot is off. So Orlando will take it the other way.
He's feeling it.
Anderson. Oh!
That should be illegal, Kevin. Oh, man, now that's nasty.
Here's the general. No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. And here now the Magic, leading by 5. Here's Hardaway, but they get it back. Here's Grant, dunks it. Here's the general, 26 points for him. Outside Pippen, defended by Scott. Shoots, and it's Pippen missing. The Magic leading by 7. And yep, that falls, and the foul is called. We'll see him shoot one from the free throw line.
We're closing the gap, and not even in 2 minutes he's going up.
And no problem at the line here for the three-point play. Here's the general. Just over 8 minutes left in the third. Rodman.
Give me the ball, don't shoot.
Right side, Rodman. Look. He dumps it off. Backing down is Jordan. And again, Chicago. No good.
Well, he faded away on it for no good reason. He shouldn't have made that shot harder than it had to be.
Rodman with the rebound. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball on offense.
Great team play there, Kevin. That's what it's all about. Moving the ball and getting good shots.
Oh, my God.
And the Magic with possession. They're on a 9-1 run. The 10-footer. Another miss by Orlando. Here comes Michael Jordan. 13 points in the game. Here's the general. Outside Jordan. Off the screen. That doesn't go either for Jordan.
An outstanding pick there, and he still couldn't get the basket. Next time he gets a look that good, he's got to make it count.
Once again off the mark, Orlando. Chicago calls timeout. NBA officials do such a great job, but they continue Clark to receive a lot of criticism from fans.
And I think that's just the function of being able to see everything in slow motion.
Nice.
Chicago leading. Grant tacks down. The tray. The shot, no good. The Magic the other way. Also, Clark, when you talk about NBA officiating, the league created a video rule book online to help clarify rules for the fans.
Not just for the fans, how about for the broadcasters, too? I've made use of that online resource, and it's been very, very helpful.
I have as well. Takes it up. Hoop plus the hard. He would not be denied, and he'll have a chance to make it a three-point play. Dennis Rodman picks one up. Nice job at the line, and that one falls to pick up the and one. Here's the general. 28 points for him. Pennington backs him down. Hardaway gets the board inside. Here's Orlando now. Here's Anderson.
He tried to add a little flavor to that one. Maybe was thinking about the highlight reel, but then he missed the shot.
Takes a three. That's good. He's got 31. And here now the Magic. They trail by 3. Working on Rodman. Releases. The Magic again can't hit.
Nothing's working for him here. He's just really struggling to find the basket.
Look, Rodman. Look, Rodman.
Can't get it to go. The Magic the other way. 1:40 left in the third quarter. Grant in the post. 13 points in the game. Hardaway connects.
He's been a go-to guy for him here in the quarter. Doing an outstanding job putting the ball in the basket.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Here's the general. He's got 31. It's dumped off. Bushler. And that one's in from the low post. And the Bulls lead by 3.
You know, it went in, but even if it didn't, you could call getting a shot that close a successful offensive trip, a good quality look.
Here's Shaw. Buries it from deep.
The defense made the mistake of playing off him, and he drained it from deep.
Here's the general. Pennington muscles in and snags the offensive rebound. The shot by Rodman, no good.
Well, he doesn't have the softest touch. And with the D right in his face, that made all the difference.
For the lead, kept alive. Here's Grant. Goes up and closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws. And he gives them the lead. So it's both teams making substitutions here. No good on the second free throw.
You hate to miss free throws when the margin's this tight, but at least now they have the lead. One of the ways where they've shown a definite edge, Kevin, has come on the glass today.
Here's the general. He's covered by Armstrong.
Not like
Pippen
this.
can't hit.
Not like this.
Now Scott. He's got 29 points. Here's Hardaway. And the bucket is good. Now he'll get a trip to the stripe. A 3-point play opportunity. The and one is good, so a 3-point play that time. Here's Pippen. Oh, he put it down!
It'll count.
What a shot!
I think that one was
at
good.
The buzzer!
Way to feed off the pressure, young man. Clock ticking down way behind the arc, and he still drains.
And so this one is tightly contested as we end the third. It's the Magic leading by just 1. So as we get rolling here in the fourth, let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for the Sprite Spark Report. Doris?
And Kevin, for that great stretch the Magic put together, they get the Sprite Spark Award. They caught fire offensively in the second quarter and took control right there, gentlemen.
Come on, guys.
Great, Doris. That big scoring run being a difference maker, Clark, in this game.
Well, it often comes in spurts, Kevin. Spurtability is what I call it, and that's what happened today.
And so in the game for the Magic.
That was vicious. I mean, real vicious. He hung on the rim just to say, you realize this is my basket, don't you?
Yeah, that is a nice finishing touch, Clark.
You think he bent the rim there, Kevin?
I think he did, sure. Look at it.
You don't miss those.
Terrific swat. Bulls trail by 3. The alley-oop, and it's Pippen slamming it down.
Just toss it up there and let your teammate take care of his business.
Clark, really, is there a prettier play in the game of basketball than that?
I don't think so.
Shoots a three. Here's Chicago. It's a one-point game.
Plays like that are what makes this league so great. He's a special player.
I don't care if you're a fan of another team. You have to admire someone, Clark, who can make those types of plays. Here's Scott. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Outside Jordan. Here's Caffey. Shot is off, so Orlando will take it the other way. Hardaway, covered by Longley. Buries the triple.
Some players really look for the three-point shot in transition. It's one of the best times to shoot it. You have to be a sharpshooter, though, and of course, he is.
Here's the general.
Oh,
kept alive. Right side, Pippen.
Those mid-range shoots.
Left side, Pippen. Pass to Jordan. The second chance effort. And he's able to score the bucket. Foul called by the official. So one free throw for him right here. And no problem at the line here for the three-point play. And it's the Magic with the ball. They trail by one. Here's Vaughn. Airballs the three.
With his shooting ability, he might... Oh! That's exactly the way you practice it. Hit the open man for the great look.
The Magic trail by three. The three. The shot is off. Now Chicago takes it the other way. To the wing. Here's the general.
Come on.
The putback is good.
That's hustle points right there. He got into great position and made the most of the second chance.
Clark, he's showing us those soft hands.
Well, he earned that opportunity.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, over that break, I listened in on what head coach for the Magic was getting across in the huddle. He told them, keep pushing hard to the end. Just finish out these last few minutes, and we'll be able to come away with the W. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. Both teams deciding to change it up. Number 4 backs down to stop the run. Scott can't get it to go.
You got to expect more out of him here. He's had a lot of difficulty this quarter, which in turn is making it difficult for them to cut into this deficit at all. Speed kills after every rebound or bucket. They're pushing it ahead down the floor. They're killing them on the break.
Scott with a screen on Rodney. Here's Polynice. Scooped up. Second shot opportunity. It takes a bad bounce and goes out of bounds. And here's what the Chicago Bulls schedule is looking like. It's off to Boston for them after this game as they take on the Celtics. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Here's Chicago. They're on a 13-3 run. Here's the general. Jacks up the triple. Strong. Snatches it inside.
Defense did just enough to bother him on that shot, but you have to think he'll get that to fall next time he tries it.
Here's Armstrong. The Bulls leading by 7.
Who says your point guard isn't supposed to throw it down?
Well, no need for him to look for an open man. He can do it all by himself.
Solo.
Scott with the ball. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Pippen, the pass to Brown. Here's the general. Buries the baseline J. And he's got 41.
One of the big stories is second chance point. They've just been terrific here in the second half in that area.
The baseline J, and that one's good. Here's Brown. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 17-5 run here. To the paint, Pippen, and a two-handed slam.
Fourth quarter with a double-digit lead. It doesn't get much better than that.
Here is Armstrong. About 7.5 minutes left in the game. Fires the three. No good. Now Chicago takes it the other way.
And I really like the way they've controlled the paint here.
And it's Pippen slamming it down.
These guys have taken complete control of the game. No contest. Looking at the game Pippen has been having, 34 points, and the three ball's been there for him too. He's hit 2 from out there. He's having a great passing game and is knocking down those foul shots as well.
And he makes the free throw.
They didn't shoot it well from the line in the first half, but they've turned it around here, and it's helped them secure the lead. I mean, free throw shooting is important when you're trying to pad a lead.
Here's the general. Back to Pippen. The dump off. Here's the general. Shot no good. So Orlando will take it the other way. Scott against Pippen. Lets it go. Scott, good. He's got 31.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect them to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes them change plans.
Pass to Rodman. Here's the general. 5 on the clock. Got a piece of it.
And I think the story here is that they've stopped giving the ball away so often. Cut those turnovers down.
God.
And the Magic making a change here. Good for the three-point play. Here is Harper. Now the Bulls with it. They're on an 18-7 run. Outside Jordan. Here's the general. And again, Chicago. No good. Under 6 minutes left in the fourth. Here's Armstrong. Good as the jump shot falls.
How we lose them.
Here's Harper. Outside, Kukoc. Here's the general.
Hey,
off the mark with the 3 ball. The Magic trail by 7.
We need the timeout.
Up top, Armstrong. He's guarded by Harper. Scott up top. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Kev, both teams have ramped it up here in the second half.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Here's Harper. Baseline jumper. Jordan's shot is off.
I'm losing. Jordan
on offense,
losing.
here are the Magic. They're rolling here with a 9-point run.
Man. I have 99 mid-range shoots.
Anderson, he's guarded by Harper. Here's Anderson, throws it down off the nice pick.
That's one of those little things that makes a big difference, you know? A very nice screen set there.
Very unselfish play right there, Clark.
Some guys love to set those hard screens.
And they make that part of the repertoire. Here's the general. Now Longley. To the middle. Here's the general. Shades corrals the miss inside.
Come on. Stupid game.
Hardaway, guarded by Jordan. Hardaway, and the jumper is good.
They pulled themselves back into the game now. They need to ride this momentum.
Chicago leading.
We can't score, man, from...
Scott against Kukoc. Fires from 14, kept alive. Here's the general. Another shot. The shot is off. The Magic the other way. Early, they trailed by 14 points. Anderson, he's guarded by Harper.
Way to scrap and fight for the ball. Nice ball.
The general throws down the breakaway jam.
That's a nice finish in transition, partner. That's exactly how you run the break.
Easy shot. Bullseye.
When he gets it going like this, you got to double team it. That's your only hope.
And so here is Chicago. They lead by 1. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2.
Looked like a good call from here where I sit. Definitely some contact on that shot. Kevin, right now, they're doing a good job at the line. They're hovering around 83, 84, 85% from the stripe. That's good stuff. I mean, that's well done.
So both teams changing it up here.
You know, you've got to like the fact that they're getting to the line. And on top of that, they're making their free throws in this half. That bodes well going forward. Snares the offensive rebound, then sends it home.
Luke Longley's checked in for the Bulls. Making a switch here, the Bulls. And he ties it up. Here is Harper. Right around, 3 minutes left in the game. Here's the general. Jump off pass, Rodman, and he finishes with a one-handed dunk.
The way this man can flush it is one of the reasons he's so much fun to watch.
Well, does he ever show us anything less? He's so dependable.
Always on top of his game.
Here's Scott. Scooped up. Grant. And he can't manage to get up a decent shot on the foul. 2 free throws coming up.
We have 14 points lead. 14. And it was like we didn't have a lead.
And that one misses. And the Bulls making a change here. Longley's checked in. Good on the second free throw. Here's Harper. Left side, Rodman. Here's the general. Backing down is Jordan.
Now, come on, Michael.
Here's the general.
Not
Picked
now,
him clean.
not now.
The closer in you get, the more they'll reach in for the pilfer. You got to protect the rock.
Here's Anderson.
Okay.
Bullseye. Here is Harper. 2:06 left to the fourth. Here's the general. Off the pick. Stuffs it in.
Boy, he can produce some rim rattlers, Kevin. This guy can fly.
Well, the whole building, Clark, knows what's going to happen when he goes up. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They trail by 1. 1:54 left in the game. Making a switch here, the Bulls. And it's the Magic with the ball. It's a 1-point game. Here's Hardaway. Good on the jump shot.
Well, he's really been big for their team, finding a way to consistently get it done on the scoreboard.
Luke Longley's checked in for the Bulls. Here's the general. From deep. Kept alive. Here's Rodman. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
They'll allow him to get that off all day.
Scott the pass to Grant. Behind the arc.
Wow, what an effort on the board. He's been everywhere. Unbelievable.
Here's the general. Scooped up. Rodman. And that's good on the second effort.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
Here's Hardaway. Ooh, tried to cram it home, but drew the foul, and he'll have to earn him at the line.
A good, smart foul there to stop the easy dunk.
Sinks the first one, and that ties this game up. And the Bulls making a change here. Gets them both, and now they have the lead.
He's just so clutch. Here's a guy you want on your side with the game on the line, Kevin.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're behind by 1. 1:03 left to the fourth. Making a switch here, the Bulls. Longley's checked in.
Kevin, he's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
Less than 1 minute left. Fires from the elbow. That's good.
He's had a strong fourth quarter thus far, really providing his team with a lot of offense.
Here's the general. Scooped up. Here's Jordan. Got a hand on it. The Magic with an excellent chance to put the nail in the coffin.
You can't win, man. You can't.
Just 3 to shoot. And flush through with 2 hands.
Yeah, they're looking in pretty good shape right now unless they have a total collapse.
Chicago calls timeout. They're down by 5. 7 seconds left in the game. Clark, what are your thoughts?
Well, the options are reduced to 1 right here. Quick shot, intentional foul, and hope for missed free throws at the other end.
Here's Jordan. Here's the general. Tipped.
He forced the kick out, and the defense was all over.
Oh. Anyway, it is what it is. We couldn't make a simple mid-range shoot.
Coach has just indicated that you're now the starter at your position. How does it feel to have cracked that starting rotation?
Well, it's great to be recognized like this, that's for sure.
Okay,
I have a lot of respect for Coach and what he does, and if he feels like I'm ready to start, then I'm going to do everything I can to prove him right. Can't wait for the next game.
Let's see how long the team is going to be.
And there's Phil Jackson with some pregame instructions for his players. We're holding court at the home of the Celtics here in beautiful Boston, Massachusetts. Glad you could be with us for this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. We'll take a look at the Bulls. They've had a bit of a slow start. Dropped 4 games, just 1 win. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. The General in at point guard. Long way out there with Dennis Rodman. Then there's Pippen and Jordan. And for Boston, we've got Allen and Brown. From everything you hear, Clark, the Bulls players have a good locker room, great chemistry. Guys really get along.
Yeah, it seems like that, Kevin, and that's always what you're looking for, the intangibles. Guys that want to play together, that want to be together, and that have each other's back.
Here's Walker. Over Rodman. Walker's shot is off. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, here's what the Celtics head coach had to say when we spoke just a few minutes ago. The thing to be aware of, he said, is that they're facing a team stocked with excellent shot blockers. So he's hoping to be able to open things up on the inside by having some early success shooting the basketball. Let's watch.
Thanks, Doris. Clark, so much for advanced scouting.
Sometimes that's a false prophecy, though, and you have to adjust to what the...
And slams down hard. Another look on the Sprite Slam Cam.
Good execution on the break leads to the nice bucket.
Here's Wesley. Really played well against Portland in his last outing. Here's Brown, and the one-handed jam to finish.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty to watch him just rise up and put it down.
Clark, doesn't it look like he's always having fun out there?
Yeah, he's having a party. I mean, they might need to stock a spare backboard when this guy comes to town.
Ray Allen, even at his age, is still a sight to behold when he takes that jump shot.
Yeah, he really is. He's got one of the sweetest jump shots we've ever seen in the history of the game. As pretty a shot as we'll see. And not just because it looks good, it goes in, too.
Boy, he's so graceful, so smooth when he takes it strong to the rim like that.
You know, Clark, you can pretty much always depend on him for those kinds of plays.
Yeah, graceful and powerful.
Sure. A 23-point game for him in the win against Portland. Raja backs in. Here's Fox, and he buries it from outside.
Kevin, you can't rest or blink at all on him. He's a dangerous scorer. You have to know where he is at all times.
Here's Rodman. Takes it up. Can't get it to go. And the Celtics go with it the other way. Fresh from a win against Portland.
You know, Kevin, I think it sort of came down to the fact they did not have to deal with a lot of pressure from the defense they were facing. Had they been up against a good defense, it could have easily been a different story.
Pippen is injured.
Here's Jordan. And the first shot of the night for him, no good.
That's not something you'll see very often. Got the mid-range jumper he wanted, but off target.
Now Brown, averaging 18 points a game. Over Pippen. Pippen knocks it loose. Tries to keep it alive.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh. Okay, that was my fault. I had to take a ball.
Here's Wesley. Right now averaging 11 points a game. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These squads have been lights out this month. Take a look at the Bulls, leading the league in scoring. Definitely the most high-powered run-and-gun offense in the league. The fans love it.
I'll tell you what, Kevin, both teams want their scoring to stay this high all year. That means keeping the pedal to the metal.
And, of course, there's the Celtics. And just behind them, another team with a great scoring season. Backing down is Pippen. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here. In regards to performance on home court for Boston, 24 wins in the regular season for the Celtics last year. Not bad. Not great. Not bad, though.
Not typical of a championship contending team, but they were so dominant the year before that it did seem like they let down considerably with those 24 wins at home.
Brown with it. It's tipped. Stolen by Pippen.
There's never any reason to leave your feet to make a pass.
Here's the General. Outside Jordan. Outside, Rodman. From downtown. No good. So Boston will take it the other way. This is the second outing of the season against the Bulls.
Well, they lost this matchup last time out because of rebounding. That was a big difference in the game.
He's pummeled and will have a chance for 2 at the line.
Scottie Pippen. First personal foul, team's first. Walker. Taking 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And Clark, talking about rebounding, I'm sure that this team has been reminded of that by the coaching staff.
Without question, and you can't be surprised to see them really crash the boards in this one. They needed to get some second chance points, and their defense needed to limit the offensive rebounds at the other end. Definitely that was a focus for them, controlling and handling both backboards.
Wesley against Jordan. Here's Pippen. Guides it back in with the soft tap. Jordan's got his first points in this one.
Just hustle points right there. He got into great position and made the most of the second chance.
Clark, he's showing us those soft hands.
Well, he earned that opportunity.
Raja covered by Longley. Walker backs down. Money on the 10-footer.
Nice speed. That's the way to keep the ball moving.
Chicago leading. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
I think they're disappointed with how they played. They should have been able to give themselves a much better chance to win had they played to their normal level.
Behind the arc. Can't get it to go. So Boston will take it the other way. Deflected.
The lob was a little misjudged, and he couldn't get control of it.
Here's the general. Kept alive and finished off by Longley.
Kids, listen now. If you want to learn the art of rebounding, you have to watch this guy. And the dunks aren't bad either.
Yeah, he threw that one down with reckless abandon. Got a hand on it. Jordan against Wesley. Goes up. Tries to drop it in, but it won't go. And here are the Bulls now. 3-point lead. Here's Pippen. Pinballs around and in. Pippen's got his second basket of the night.
He's just so gifted offensively. He's a tough guy to match up with.
Raja backs him down. With the fadeaway. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Bulls leading by 5.
Kevin, they're fighting extremely hard right here. Bit by bit, just trying to pull away.
Here's Wesley. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Up top, Brown. And he dunks that one through.
He can get up there like he owns that rim.
Taking things into his own hands. You're right on that one. Baseline jumper. Another one falls for Chicago. Here's Brown. Right around 6 minutes left in the first quarter. The dump off. Raja backs down. You know, Clark, you got to play great basketball in your own conference. And for the Celtics, well, they came away with 33 wins against the East last season.
Well, that's about what you'd expect from them, Kevin, given their talent and experience. I mean, anything less than 30 wins in that conference with their roster, you'd have to be disappointed in that.
First free throw is good. Making a switch here are the Celtics. No good on the second free throw. Thinking about this Bulls team knocked out by Cleveland in round 1. Joakim Noah said he wanted the Cavs, but maybe bit off a little bit more than he could chew in that statement.
Well, you know what? It wasn't for lack of effort on his part. I thought he produced at a high level. The Bulls just need to mature a little bit and add an inside scoring presence to be able to challenge the Cavs.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Chicago. They're in the upper part of the conference records right now, in 5th place. And checking out Boston, a couple of spots below. Thinking back to that Bulls-Cleveland series, I will say those games were close. It wasn't a runaway.
No, I thought it was a competitive series. I think every time two teams that know each other really well meet in the playoffs, even if the series doesn't go a long way, it's still competitive.
Here's Brown. leads him with the pass.
Well, again, 3 turnovers already. The coach has to make a point to them that they need to take better care of the ball. Handle it like you want it.
Pippen can't hit. Celtics trail by 8. Here's Raja. Connects on the baseline jumper. Here's the general. 8 points for him. He's covered by Brown. Rodman with a screen on Brown. Longley. Kept alive. Here's the general. Connects from in close. He's got 10.
You know, they've been doing an excellent job, Kevin, on the offensive boards here, keeping the ball alive and then converting those second chances when they get them.
Raja covered by Longley. Here's Raja. And again, it's Boston converting. Here's the general. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Here's Longley. Here's the general. Number 34 gets the board inside. Takes it up. Puts the hammer down.
And look at how he posed on the rim for a few seconds after that one. That's never going to endear you to your opponents. They don't like that kind of stuff.
No, he was enjoying that one so much he didn't want to let go.
Yeah, I think he was throwing salt in the wound, though.
Wesley against Jordan. Outside Pippen. Now Longley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's in! And the Bulls lead by 6.
Kevin, they've been playing with an awful lot of energy here, getting a lot of offensive rebounds. That's always an indicator of hustle and energy.
Jordan against Wesley. A missed 3.
That's really not the kind of performance that his team needs from him here in this quarter. He should leave those long bomb passes alone.
Fires from 14. It's blocked.
You got to expect more out of him here. He's had a lot of difficulty this quarter, which in turn is making it difficult for them to cut into this deficit at all.
Here's the general. He's covered by Brown. Back to Jordan. In there for 2 on the lay-in. Jordan's got his second basket of the night.
Tell you what, you get close like that every time, you'll have a productive offense.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Both teams deciding to change it up. And here are the Celtics now. 8-point game. Here's Brown. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
There's another example, Kevin, of how they're hustling to all the missed shots to get an edge in the rebounding area.
Come on again.
Celtics trail by 8. Gets rid of it. Here's Day. Yes, from downtown. Here's the general. He's got 10. 2:03 left in the first. Kukoc with it. Shoots over Walker. Kukoc can't get it to go. Williams against Jordan. Here's Day. The rebound by Kukoc. The Bulls leading by 5. Pippen, the pass to Jordan. Can't get it to go. And the Celtics go with it the other way. Here's Day. Dunked in off the nice assist that time.
He has almost supernatural bouncing ability. He can bounce right out of the building.
Only a handful of players have that kind of athleticism, Clark. Here's the general. He's covered by Brown. And the basket good. He's got 12.
He's been extremely active out there. And he has the stats to prove it. Terrific hustle.
Here's Walker. Kept alive. Pass to Williams. Some solid defense from Pippen. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Leading by 5.
It's a great look ahead up court to set up the easy, fast break finish.
Celtics trail by 7. Here's Walker. Tipped. Here's the general. He's got 14.
He didn't game for the alley-oop, man. He didn't game.
Here's Walker. Trains it for 3.
The fast break left the defense scrambling to react, and they couldn't get to him in time.
And here's Kukoc. Outside Jordan. Back to Kukoc. Shoots from 12. Williams pulls it in. Here's Brown. Fires from the elbow. Right side Jordan. And that's not going to fall for him. First quarter over, and big numbers up on the board. Bulls out front, up by 4.
They've been crashing the offensive glass, and they've got a lot of second chance buckets. If you don't box out, you get your feelings hurt.
And close game here at the start of the second. Making a switch here, the Bulls. Here's the general, averaging 28 points a game. Longley backs in. Squeaks it past him with an up and under. He has 6.
Speed is only part of the equation here. He's not blinding quick, but he was determined to take that one to the rim.
We've got Allen and Walker. That's the Boston 5. Wesley with the screen. Walker's shot is off. The Bulls leading by 5. Here's Harper. No luck. And the Celtics go with it the other way. 17 wins on the road with 24 losses for the Bulls this past season.
Yeah, and that's inverse of the home record, and they finished at 41-41 for 2 straight years, Kevin. That's about as middle of the pack as you can get.
And now our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, has some info for us. Doris, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Well, a painful finals loss for this Celtics team last season. 2 chances to finish off the Lakers. They were ahead in Game 7 for 3.5 quarters, but couldn't get the job done. Now, with an aging roster, the question becomes whether the Celtics have what it takes to make another run. Guys, we'll see what this season holds for them.
Well, I wouldn't count them out just yet, Doris. Thank you. Here's Fox. And laid in. Nice play. 8 points for him. And Clark, our stat guy, follows up on what you just said, saying that they had inverse records for home and away in 2009 as well, if you'd believe that.
Huh? I mean...
Yeah, that's what he told me. I'm just reading what he wrote down.
All right, no kidding. Yeah. I'll take your word for it, but we'll see if they can break that trend this time around to get off of that 500 overall record and flip the script on the inverse home and road records. How about that?
Well said. I understood it.
Okay. So did I.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Brown. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Chicago leading. Here's the general. 14 points for him. Rodman sends a screen. Here's the general, covered by Wesley. Good! 16 points for him.
You don't have to worry about him leading the team in scoring, but he will find ways to get involved on the offensive end.
And here's Brown, uncovered, and that's good for 2.
I like the job they're doing. A much better job of getting him involved in the offense here in the second quarter.
The general sets a pick. Outside Pippen. Longley, a screen on Brown. Pippen, 4 on the clock. Raja snatches it inside.
Tough D forces him to miss it at the rim. You won't see that very often.
Shot's good by Wesley.
That's the way to manufacture your shot against the taller defender. Solid effort.
Here comes Harper, averaging 10 points per contest. Now Longley to the paint from 11 feet away. Too much mustard on that one. Under 7 minutes left in the second. Wesley the pass to Brown. Goes up. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
He tried to add a little flavor to that one. Maybe was thinking about the highlight reel, but then he missed the shot.
From 20 feet out, and that is good. He's got 18. Here's Brown. Wesley with the ball. Arcs it high. Blocked. Deflects the pass.
Bad. Sorry, Scotty.
Here's Fox. Boston again missing. It's a close game here in Boston. Here's the general. And off the glass as he lays that one up and in. 20 points for him.
That's a terrific play. All he had to do was catch it and finish.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season. You look at the Bulls. They really know how to get everyone involved. The best in the NBA.
You know, if there's a stat that coaches really would be impressed by and proud of, it's assists, leading the league in assists. And this team is outstanding. Not only do they have excellent scores, but everybody is willing to make the extra pass and share the basketball.
Making a switch here, the Bulls. Bushler, he's guarded by Williams. Bushler.
When you take a leaner like that, a difficult shot, it's going to hurt your chances, no matter which way you cut it. Boy, when you run the fast break correctly, it's a thing of beauty.
Here's the general. He's got 20. Michael Jordan on the wing, covered by Wesley.
What a shot! Took the hit and was still able to maintain control to get it down.
At the line for the Bulls, Michael Jordan.
The and one is good, so a three-point play that time. Fans of the Celtics, they've built such a rapport with their franchise. Each generation, it seems, to grow, and Boston now is a veteran team. You know, frankly, though, one of the older teams in the NBA.
Absolutely, Kevin, and there were a lot of questions about if their window might be past or closing. I think the way they played in May answered all of those questions, though. They still are a championship caliber team and can turn it on when they need to.
Here's the general, averaging 29 points per contest.
Well, Kevin, they've been fighting it out for the rebounds here, so far it's an even match in that area.
Here's Williams, and again it's Boston converting. And that's right, Clark, evenly matched rebounding and a close game to show for it.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. I think as we get deeper into this game, the battle under the basket, which team can control the glass will be a real determining factor.
And three from Jordan. The Celtics with the lead. Here's Wesley, and there are the Celtics with another basket. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Here's the general. With authority.
When he gets it going like this, you got to double team him. That's your only hope.
And it's the Celtics with the ball. Here's Walker. And flushed through with two hands.
He's getting the highlight reel play of the day for that one. Now that was a dunk.
He certainly put a little something extra into that slam.
Little added pizzazz.
Here's the general. He's got 22 from about 16. Shot's good.
You've got to close out on that mid-range jump shot.
The Celtics on offense. Wesley up top. Easy shot. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. Chicago trailing here. Here's the general. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. 24 points for him.
Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfectly.
Number 11, it's dumped off. Shoots from 12, no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Michael Jordan on the wing. The baseline J, and the Bulls tack on 2 more. And here are the Celtics now. They trail by 3. It's off to New Jersey for them after this game as they take on the Nets. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. For 3, Walker's shot is off.
He's had some problems finding the range here in this quarter. Way to move it up court. That's a great pass.
Celtics trail by 5. Number 11. His last outing with 20 points.
It's been a struggle. It's not happening right now. He needs to settle down a bit and let the offense come to him a little more. He's forcing things right now.
Here's the general, Jordan, covered by Wesley. Williams snatched in. 1:36 left in the half. Can they get it? Walker's shot is off.
This quarter's been a disaster for him, Kevin. He just can't buy a bucket.
Here's the general, covered by Wesley. Lennington with the screen. Here's the general, scooped up. Tries to lay it in, but it doesn't go. And it's the Celtics with the ball. It's a 5-point game.
Way to distribute the basketball.
Here's the general, 26 points for him. Outside Jordan. Covered by Wesley. Gets the whistle, and he'll go to the line.
Not a bad foul there, Kevin. You don't want him to get the easy layup.
First one falls for him. So both teams changing it up here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Brown. 46 seconds left in the second. It's blocked. We'll see what the coach has drawn up. Will they opt for the quick shot? Pippen nails it from close range. Pippen's got 9. Celtics trail by 7.
Pippen is injured also.
Here's Fox.
Well, it's hard to believe that we're at this point in the game, and he still hasn't registered a single point.
Takes it up. Pippen can't hit.
I'm not sure why he decided to get fancy with the layup. It cost him the bucket.
Allen for the 3. It's hauled in by Pippen. Here's Jordan, and jammed in for 2 good eyes and hands there. Set it up.
That was vicious. I mean, real vicious.
Shots falling. He's under 30% on the night. A lot of points on the board between these two. They've led the charge in scoring for their teams. And now we'll send you back to...
The second half just about to get underway. Here's the general. 9-point game. So starting the second half, here's who Phil Jackson has on the floor. The general, he's in at point guard. Dennis Rodman is out there with Pippen, and it's Michael Jordan and Longley.
Hoping to force some turnovers, they've switched to the half-court trap.
Wasted no time on that one. He's got 12. The Bulls leading by 7. Here's the general. He's got 26. Throws it up. That's good on the jumper. 28 points for him. Here's Brown. 9-point game. Stolen by Pippen. He's covered by Brown. Back to Pippen. Nails it from the wing. Pippen's got 11 points.
Beautiful delivery with the bounce pass. He kept it away from the defense, which set up the shot perfectly.
Brown with it. Raja covered by Longley. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Boston Celtics. They'll be playing the 76ers. That's game one of a 3-game road trip. And here are the Celtics now. They trail by 11. And that one's good.
When you get a hot hand like him, it's real simple. You need to keep going with it.
Probably the big surprise of the playoffs last year was how the Boston Celtics ended up really taking it to the Cavaliers.
You know, Kevin, it went 6 games, but you could kind of tell that the Celtics were in full control of that. The Cavs never really seriously threatened them.
Now Walker. Oh!
Fantastic pass for the alley-oop. You gotta love that act.
Looks like they've worked on that one before, Clark.
Yeah, they've done it countless times.
Here's the general. He's covered by Brown. Outside, Rodman. Now here's Pippen. He's guarded closely. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one.
Looking at the game Pippen has been having, he has 11 points, and you can throw in a couple of steals for him, too. Boy, he's been outstanding on both ends of the court.
And so he makes both from the line. Here's Brown. He's got 6. He's picked up by Pippen. Here's Fox. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Fox. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And after that first miss, they're 3 of 4. They're trying to run him out of the building right now. Where did that come from? A little bit of a shock to see one of those jams out of this fella.
Well, what a bonus it is when he's making those kinds of plays.
Yeah, value added for sure. That's right, fellas. Don't be afraid to power it down.
Yeah, Clark, a good camper at the end of that play. Baseline jumper. That's good. 32 points in the game.
He's not normally a prolific scorer, but he's giving them a big lift in this one.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been training everything they've put up this month. You look at Chicago, the most efficient team in the NBA in terms of scoring.
Yeah, Kevin, it's been a long month for anybody who plays these guys. I mean, they've been shooting the lights out, and it's been game after game after game.
Wasn't careful with his position. He gets nailed with the backcourt violation. And here's what the Chicago Bulls schedule is looking like. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Chicago calls timeout. Here's the general. 32 points in the game. Outside Jordan. And it's Chicago scoring again.
Right now, he's just too good, Kevin. Way too good. They need to bring a second defender and try to make him give up the ball.
Brown kicks to West. The 10-footer, and it's Boston with another.
And that's great court vision, Kevin. Even when he was about to shoot, he was still able to spot the open man.
The tray. The shot is off. So Boston will take it the other way. And here is Brown. He has 6 from deep. Dennis Rodman pulls it in.
Boy, he's had a tough time shooting the ball today. His percentage has been way down compared to what he normally does. I think that's a big reason that they're down. Great vision on display there. The pass led him perfectly to the basket. That's how you do it.
Here's Walker. Answers right back with a dunk of his own.
Plays like that are what makes this league so great. He's a special player.
I don't care if you're a fan of another team. You have to admire someone, Clark, who can make those types of plays.
Speed kills after every rebound or bucket. They're pushing it ahead down the floor. They're killing them on the break.
Jordan knocks it away. And here are the Bulls now. 11-point game. Tried to convert on the alley-oop, but snatched away. And here is Wesley. The steal.
And you know, he's really struggled this game holding on to the basketball.
Kept alive. Here's Pippen, and closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
I mean, they don't give fouls to Jordan,
At
but
the line for the Bulls, Scottie Pippen, taking 2 shots.
Pippen is taking it.
The first one falls. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
They've made all of their free throws in this half, and that's what you've got to do. I mean, you've got to make a team pay when they send you to the line. The way you do that is by cashing in from the charity strike. Knock down those free throws.
Great anticipation. Now Walker got a piece of it. Here's the general. He's got 34.
Almost.
Inside. Wesley against Jordan. And good with the shot. And the whistle blows for the contact and a chance for one more.
I think we are going to make our first win.
Great play by Michael Jordan tonight. He's got 17 points, and he's gotten his hand on 1 shot.
We have 3 losses.
Here's Longley. 17-point game. Here's the general. Excellent D there from Allen.
Well, Kevin, they need to crash the boards effectively here.
Dane. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Here's Chicago. They're on a 16-7 run. Now here's Jordan. 19 points in the game. 1:38 left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Fox. Hits the quick shot. 18 points for him. Here's Jordan.
The idea now is to try to wear them down with full court man-to-man defense.
From 11 feet away, scooped up. The second chance effort and laying it in as that one falls through. Jordan's got 21. A difficult situation for Boston. 17-point game. Number 30 backs down. Nails the easy jumper. Here's Jordan. 21 points in the game. Here's Pippen. And he slams that one in. He's got 21. 12 in this quarter alone.
This is one of the NBA's most skilled finishers. And it's not hard to tell why.
Well, he is one hard man for a defense to deal with. To the wing. Wesley with the ball. Lets loose for 3. Michael Jordan grabs the miss.
These guys are putting on a clinic. They're playing with confidence, and their offense is really flowing.
We've seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
That's exactly the way to play. The fans love it. It's fun for the players. I love it. And more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Number 30. Longley snatches the rebound. And it's the Bulls with the ball. They have a 19-point lead. Here's the general. He's got 36. From the wing, again Chicago.
He's got a sky-high field goal percentage, and that's because he's been working to get good looks.
Here comes Allen. From deep. Off the mark. We're at the end of the 3rd quarter with a big deficit on the scoreboard. It's the Bulls running away with this one. While we're still getting underway here in the 4th, let's go down to Doris Burke, who has our Sprite Spark of the Game report. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, well, our spark of the game goes to the Bulls for that major surge. With their run in the 2nd quarter, they jumped on them early and have continued to hold their ground, guys.
And thank you, Doris. That run was a defining moment for sure.
Yep, that's exactly when it all came together.
Here are the Celtics with the ball. And Walker. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Rodman covering. On the line. Shot's good by Walker. Here's the general. And it's Chicago scoring again. Here's Wesley. Blocked.
He's been AWOL this quarter. When his team is down and in need of some scoring from him, he hasn't shown up.
Here's the general. Right side, Jordan. Here's Longley. Walker grabs it off the bounce.
They'll allow him to get that off all day.
He's picked up by Jordan. To the left wing. Here's Walker. It's blocked. And so here is Chicago. Bushler. Can't connect on the quick shot.
Well, he faded away on it for no good reason.
Come on,
he shouldn't have made that shot harder than it had to be.
Looking to heat up a bit. And he jams it in beautifully.
Nice dunk, Wesley.
There it is, Kev. The old pound cake dunk. Simple and plain, but boy, does it taste good.
Oh, good job taking what the defense gave him right there. I'm hungry.
Always.
Takes a three. Kept alive. Fades back. Here's the general, covered by Wesley. Almost dunked down, but he'll have to settle for a trip to the line.
Second versus first team. Shooting for Chicago. Luke Longley. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And it's the Celtics with the ball. With the floater. And yep, that falls, and the foul is called. We'll see him shoot one from the free throw line. And he's unable to convert here on the three-point play. Rips it down.
That's a nice finish in transition, partner. That's exactly how you run the break.
Here are the Celtics with the ball. Here's Raja, and dunked in. Great play on the feed.
He's been getting after it offensively, but they're still trailing here. One guy can only do so much.
Back to Jordan. Left side, Jordan. The shot is off, so Boston will take it the other way. Here's Fox, blocked. Michael Jordan on the wing. He dumps it off. Bushler, and he breaks the seal.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Here's Walker on the mark from 16 feet out.
After a subpar first half, I like the way he's been much more aggressive here in the second, finding a way to hit his shots and get more shots.
Here's Longley. Raja snags it. About 8.5 minutes left to the fourth. Here's Fox. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot two. And he knocks down the first one. And the Celtics making a change here. Making a switch here, the Bulls. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here is Harper. Caffey backs him down. Here's the general. He's covered by Brown. Dumps it off. Caffey.
No, Caffey.
Cannot hit. And the Celtics go with it the other way. Passes it back. Jacks up the triple. Brown. Good. That's 7 unanswered.
Kevin, when you're defending a great shooter like that, you got to smell his breath. You got to be right on top of him.
Here's the general. To end the run. And there's the dunk.
He sure can finish at the rim. He gets his share of dunks, and we just saw one right there, Kevin.
You gotta love a point guard, Clark, who can play above the rim like that. Walker backs down. 4 on the shot clock. Let's go with a 3. Right side, Harper. And here is Brown. From about 19 feet, Walker inhales it.
When you settle for that kind of shot, that's a wasted possession. That is not a high percentage look.
Number 9 sets a pick. Here's Walker. The General corrals the miss inside. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Now Harper. Jump off pass. Lets it go from the wing. No luck. So Boston will take it the other way.
Kevin, that's the kind of shot you want. You can't ask for better execution on offense, but sometimes they just don't fall.
And smashed down.
That's really a terrific look inside. Set him up beautiful.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Phil Jackson as he addressed his basketball team. He told his team they got to keep building this lead. He said, this is no time to coast, guys. Don't let them breathe. Don't give them any life. If we keep it up, they'll pack it in. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. That's good. And the Bulls lead by 16.
You know, it went in, but even if it didn't, you could call getting a shot that close a successful offensive trip, a good quality look.
Here's Brown.
He's got to break out of this slump if his team wants a chance to win.
Here's the General. It's blocked. Harper against Brown, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
The line's there for a reason, young fella. Stay in the game.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. The Celtics on offense. They trail by 16. He's picked up by Pippen. And it's Brown missing.
So far, it's been a challenge. He's been unable to get it going here in the fourth.
Pippen can't hit. And it's the Celtics with the ball. It's a 16-point game. Walker. Boston, no good that time either. Goes up, hammers it in.
That's a good example of excellent communication. The nice lead pass led his teammate right to the rim for the basket. Harper against Brown.
Here's Day. Off the mark from 3. Smooth sailing for Chicago. It's an 18-point lead. Back to Parrish. Outside Pippen. Takes it up. Deflected. The Celtics on offense.
Too many moves for no
Here's
reason.
Walker. Goes up, and the layup is good. 22 points for him.
He's really come out this quarter saying, give me the ball. I'm taking over. I'm demanding the ball. And you know what? He's delivered. A tremendous performance this quarter.
Here's the General.
Give the ball, man.
Day gets a grip on it, and that'll be a jump ball. The Celtics control the tip. And here are the Celtics now. And here is Brown. Fires the 3. Walker's shot is off.
I really don't know what to say. Maybe he was just too wide open.
Here's the General. Drains it from the corner. And the Bulls lead by 18. Here's Brown. With an assist this trip down, he'd have 10 for the game. Shot's good by Walker.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
Here's the General. About 3.5 minutes left in the game. Now Parrish inside. And he hits that one from down low. Here's Brown. The double-double, just one basket away now for him. Now Walker. Here's Day. The rebound by Harper.
Well, Kev, they're making a strong statement under the boards.
Wow.
I mean, out-rebounding by a pretty good margin here.
Nice, Raja.
Brown with it. Here's Walker. Deflects the pass. Here's Day. Off the mark with the three ball.
He hit a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Here's the General. Off target for three. And here's Boston. They trail by 18. Outside Williams. And here is Brown. He's guarded by Harper. And it's Brown missing.
Well, you can really tell that his confidence has been shaken a bit here in the fourth. This is a time when you want to shine and not regress. He's got to get his confidence back.
Here's Harper. And the Bulls with another miss. And it's the Celtics with the ball. It's an 18-point game. With the wide open look, kept alive. Here's Raja. And good, they convert in the second chance. 21 points in the game.
Snares the offensive rebound, then sends it home.
Smooth sailing for Chicago. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Here's the General. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up.
Looked like a good call from here where I sit. Definitely some contact on that shot.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Both teams.
A great game. We had 7 blocks, 7 rebounds, 9 assists.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg and the rest of the 2K Sports crew.
We can't make a 3-point, man. Only Kukos had one.
Having just been named the Rookie of the Month, can you tell us how that feels?
It's a huge honor for me to win this award. I have to give a lot of credit to my teammates, our great fans, and the coaching staff for believing in me and giving me a chance to show what I'm capable of.
Okay, let's continue. I didn't take any Player of the Week awards, but I take Player of the Month. How is that possible? Okay. I need to see something else, but statics here.
The Rockets are road tripping into this interconference contest. It's the NBA here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg.
We have a good game now.
The Bulls happy to return to Chicago after the road trip. Maybe not the start to the season they might have hoped. Nonetheless, with plenty of games left, they've got time to work the kinks out.
You know, I think in the second game of a back-to-back, it's always important to get off to a good start. And also, you have to make sure that you utilize your reserves a little more than normal.
And the Houston starting five. We've got Drexler and Price. And for Chicago, the General, he's in at point guard. Pippen is out there with Dennis Rodman. Then it's Michael Jordan and Longley. The Rockets, Clark, played last season without Yao Ming. That is a huge loss for them.
Yeah, both figuratively and literally when you talk about what he means to that team. And despite that, they missed out on the playoffs, but they still had a winning record overall.
Price with the ball. Really played well against Memphis in his last outing. Barkley. Good work defensively by Rodman. And for the Rockets, they have to be proud the way they scrapped through that season, held it together, and like we said before, finished with a plus 500 record.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Kevin, because this team really maxed out what it was capable of, considering the injuries and the lack of personnel they had on a regular basis.
Moments ago, our Doris Burt caught up with Phil Jackson. Doris?
Kevin, he said they'll need to keep fresh legs on the court at all times in order to deal with an offense like this, which can explode at any time. So we need to see a little bit deeper rotation than we're accustomed to seeing from them. We'll see how the guys off the bench respond to this challenge, guys.
All right, Doris, trying to find the right matchups with that offense.
Well, that's why you try to build a versatile and deep roster so you can be ready for everything.
This Houston team is like all starting.
And he makes the free throw. From everything you hear, Clark, the Bulls players have a good locker room, great chemistry. Guys really get along.
Yeah, it seems like that, Kevin, and that's always what you're looking for, the intangibles, guys that want to play together, that want to be together, and that have each other's back.
Here's the General. Just 5 to shoot. 4 on the clock. Hits the left rim and out.
That's not something you'll see very often. Got the mid-range jumper he wanted, but off target.
Kicks to Drexler. Olajuwon backs down. Again, the Rockets score. And talking about their chemistry, I think so many of them are young and growing together on the floor. It naturally comes off the court, too.
I think so. I mean, when you've got a group of young guys that come in together, it gives them a chance to grow and mature together, and I think that makes for a healthy situation.
Oh, come on.
Now here's Drexler. Here's the General. 7-point differential.
Oh.
And they get, and he slams it home. Here's the replay on the strike slam cam.
Oh my God.
It took a long while to get a bucket. If they continue to score at this pace, they'll be in for a long game.
Here's Price, averaging 16 points a game. Olajuwon, covered by Longley. Here's Olajuwon, and he gets the bucket. Foul is called. 1 free throw for him.
These guys are doing an excellent job on offense here at the start of this game. Good shots leading to 4 or 5 shooting.
And no problem at the line here for the three-point play. Thinking about this Bulls team knocked out by Cleveland in round 1. Joakim Noah said he wanted the Cavs, but maybe bit off a little bit more than he could chew in that state.
Well, you know what? It wasn't for lack of effort on his part. I thought he produced at a high level. The Bulls just need to mature a little bit and add an inside scoring presence to be able to challenge the Cavs.
Here's Price. It's in.
Come on.
9 points in the game so far.
When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team him. That's your only hope.
Here's the general and smashed down.
A pretty finish right there, Kevin. Take it up and then throw that thing down.
He didn't have to make it special, just get the job done.
That's right, keep it simple.
Drexler back to Price. Just 5 to shoot. Kept alive. Another shot. And good with the shot. And the whistle blows for the contact and a chance for one more.
Boy, this is fun to watch. This guy is putting on a show right now. He's making it look really easy.
Tony Kukoc, he's checked in for Dennis Rodman. Good for the three-point play. Rockets last season, Clark, had a winning record overall, but not against the Eastern Conference.
No, they were just 14-16 against the Eastern Conference. They fared better against their own conference despite arguably better competition there.
Here's the general. A missed three.
Boy, he had a good look. I think everyone here was a bit shocked to see that one not fall through.
Also.
Number 17, guarded by Jordan. And why do you think the Rockets struggled against the East?
It could have been traveling, Kevin. You know, sometimes coming from west to east is a little more difficult than going east to west, so that could have been part of it. That's a terrific throwdown. He's one of the league's dunk maestros, Kevin.
Yeah, you're right, Clark. You can see how much his teammates really appreciate that effort.
They love it.
But don't get...
Here's Drexler. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Number 17, guarded by Pippen. Here's Olajuwon. Count the baseline J.
Oh, my God.
Right now, their offense is playing through him, actually going through him just about every time, and he's answered the call with tremendous play.
Here's the general, averaging 29 points per contest. Takes the shot. Scooped up. Here's Jordan. Tries to drop it in, but it won't go.
He's usually automatic from that close. The defense must have affected him.
Here's Drexler. Again, the Rockets score.
They've been unstoppable. What a strong start.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
One thing you started to see shape up was how well they were shooting from the field. And I think that's always a function of ball movement and shot selection. They are tough to beat when they shoot with that confidence.
Here's the general. Screened by Longley. The alley-oop.
Boy, these guys have a terrific feel for each other. You have to in order to make plays like that.
Don't you think you can tell that they love being on the court together?
Boy, they're having a good time.
We have to play with Scotty a little
Here's
bit.
Price. Right around 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Olajuwon backs in. Michael Jordan grabs the miss.
He really needs to hit that consistently, or they'll just keep letting him shoot it.
Drexler defending. Now Longley. Slams it through.
The beast.
Plays like that are what makes this league so great. He's a special player.
I don't care if you're a fan of another team. You have to admire someone, Clark, who can make those types of plays. And here are the Rockets now. It's hauled in by Longley.
Kevin, that's the kind of shot you want. You can't ask for better execution on offense, but sometimes they just don't fall. Good execution on the break leads to the nice bucket.
Here's Price. Drexler up top. Guarded by Jordan. Got the bucket and the foul.
Boy, they're really doing good work in the paint.
And the Rockets making a change here. Willis is checked in. The and one is good, so a three-point play that time. 24 home wins for the Chicago Bulls last year, Clark. About what you'd expect from them.
Yeah, I was not surprised. That's a reasonable expectation for the Bulls. But if they want to make the leap to being a top seed in the East, they'll need to up that this year and be a truly unstoppable team at home, which means somewhere in that mid-30s range.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
There wasn't really much that stood out to me. Not a lot of areas that stood out. And from their own standards, I'd have to think they'd rate their performance as below par. But again, it's about winning, and it was strong enough to win.
Now here's Drexler. Barkley. And count that bucket right there. He keeps with it, and now a free throw shot for him.
Do something, guys. Every time into one.
Nice job at the line, and that one falls to pick up the and one. Clark, talking about the Rockets, they're at the forefront using quantitative analysis and advanced formulas to try to enhance their decision-making.
They were leading the way when it came to looking at percentages of where guys shoot from best and what opponents don't like to do with the ball, so they're on top of that area.
Here's Drexler after the made shot from Scottie Pippen. Number 17. Can't gets the board inside.
You can't D up a layup any better than that. Nice work.
Hacked on the way up, and he'll get 2 shots at the line.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. You got to stop the layup there. Make him earn his points from the line.
And the first one drops.
The Bulls only had 13 wins against the West last year. They need to make better progress in that area.
Sometimes your style doesn't fit with another conference, and that might be the case with Chicago.
Could possibly be. Excellent point.
You know, Clark, going back to the Bulls against the Western Conference, 17 and 13 the prior to that, 2009. And then they flipped it around.
Yeah, I think they're maturing as a team right now, Kevin. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see them break out and win 20 or more against the West this season. Hoping to force some turnovers, they've switched to the half-court track.
Here's the general. Guarded by Price. Here's the general. Here's Pippen. Nails the bank shot. Pippen's got his second bucket of the night.
I tell you what, Kevin, both teams have been on the tear. This could be a very high-scoring game.
Number 17, guarded by Pippen. Bulls trail by 5.
He can get up there like he owns that rim.
Taking things into his own hands. You're right on that one. Now a timeout called by Houston. And against Chicago here for the second time this season.
This team got them into some real foul trouble last time they met up. That's going to be something to look out for in this one.
Here's Price. Pass to Drexler. He's picked up by Jordan. Number 17. Can't hit. Now Chicago takes it the other way.
I think he's really starting to lose confidence in his shot. Those misses are getting to him.
A foul called, and he earns a trip to the line. Starters, Clark, picking up a few quick fouls. It just throws off your whole game.
Yeah, you don't really game plan for a couple of your main guys to be on the bench so soon. Those guys have to defend without fouling because it puts too much pressure on the reserves if they can't play their normal minutes.
And the Rockets making a change here. And he makes both free throws. And here are the Rockets now. Just over 4 minutes left in the first. Stolen by Pippen. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for Chicago. Scottie Pippen.
And he ties it up.
Finally.
And he gives them the lead. And here are the Rockets now. They trail by 1. Jordan against Drexler. Draws the foul. He'll get a trip to the line.
7 fouls.
The first one falls.
I think they've got to be more disciplined here, Kevin. Already way too many fouls and too many free points for the opponent.
Making a switch here, the Bulls. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And so here is Chicago. And here's Jordan outside. Barkley is on it. Under 4 minutes left in the first quarter. And here is Willis with the shot. Good from 11 feet out. Here's the General. 6 points for him. Jordan with the screen. Oh! And flushed through with 2 hands.
That's the way to make sure. Throw that thing down with 2 hands for the monster jam.
What a sight it is to see when he hammers it home like that.
Exactly what it was, a tomahawk hammer.
And here are the Rockets. Drexler outside.
No.
Oh! Jams it home.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
Here's the General. Pulls up, high post, cannot hit, and the Rockets go the other way. Number 2. Rebound by Pippen. Chicago trailing here. Here's the General, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. He's got 9.
Some players really look for the three-point shot in transition. It's one of the best times to shoot it. You have to be a sharpshooter, though, and of course, he is.
The shot is off, so the Bulls will take it the other way. Poked away. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Look at Orlando. Right now, they're off to a fast start. First place in the conference. And, of course, Chicago, 2.5 games away. Here's the General. 9 points in the game so far.
Got an open look out there in transition and did not hesitate. That's a nice shot.
1:59 left in the first. Pulls up from the elbow. Kept alive. Willis. And he jams it in beautifully.
That's a fantastic effort, Kevin. I mean, really, offensive rebounds are so important to helping your team win.
Clark, just look at how he used his strength to get back up and finish.
Yeah, I love it. Love it.
Here's the General. Pass to Pippen. 4 on the clock. Here's the General. The shot misses, and the Rockets go the other way. And here's Drexler. 7 points in the game.
Chicago foul call.
First free throw is good.
Look at what
Taking 2 shots.
And the Rockets making a change here. And here are the Rockets. They've led by as many as 11 points. Rodman with the rebound.
The defense couldn't close out on the mid-range J, and the shooter made them pay.
So with Drexler sitting on the bench, this is Rick Adelman's lineup. And Johnson. And here's Houston. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Now here's Johnson. He's off from 3.
You know, with defense that soft, you have to think he'll try it again if he gets the chance, even though he missed that one.
Great anticipation.
Come on, it wasn't.
And here are the Rockets.
Barkley.
Here's Price. Pass to Johnson. Over Rodman. Gets the nice tip in. He's got 20.
He never gives up on a missed shot. He feels like every one is his, and that tip in paid off for him.
Here's the General. He's guarded by Johnson. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Some high-scoring teams in the NBA. Let's see the leaders. Taking a look at Chicago. Leading the league in scoring. Definitely the most high-powered running gun offense in the league. The fans love it.
Kevin, if there's any stat you want to lead the league in, it would certainly be scoring the most points. They've been remarkable in the numbers they've put up as a team all season long. It's a reflection of their strength. They're balanced and they're explosive.
Here's Jordan. The shot is off, and the Rockets going the other way now. Here's Price. Here's Olajuwon. Connects from 13 feet out. 22 points for him. Bulls trail by 4. Now Harper, averaging 10 points per contest. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And this is what the schedule looks like for Houston. They'll be matched up against Milwaukee. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Rockets making a change here. Both shots good from the stripe. And here are the Rockets now. Deflects the pass. Here's Barkley. Blocked. Outside Jordan. Back to Harper. Here's the general. Pass to Pippen. The dump off. Here's the general. Sinks it from the top of the key. He's got 16. And here are the Rockets now. Here's Olajuwon, and jammed in for 2 good eyes and hands there. Set it up.
That's right, fellas. Don't be afraid to power it down.
Yeah, Clark, a good capper at the end of that play. Pippen. Kept alive. A second chance effort. Here's the general. The 3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
He drew the D in and then kicked it out to the open man.
Rockets trail. They double him with Jordan. Johnson outside. Inside. From 7. Jump shot is good. Here's Harper. About 8.5 minutes left in the second. Here's the general. Pass to Pippen. Baseline jumper. And it's Chicago scoring again.
You've got to close out on that mid-range jump shot.
Rockets on offense. They trail by 1. Stolen by Pippen.
That's what happens when you get greedy with those long passes.
Outside Harper. And he's able to score the bucket.
Nice move,
Foul
Harper.
called by the official. So 1 free throw for him right here.
Shooting for Chicago. Ron Harper. Shooting 1.
And he makes the free throw.
Boy, they're really making the defense pay here. They've made all of their free throws this quarter.
Rockets trail by 4. Now a timeout called by Houston. Luke Longley's checked in for Chicago. On defense, Chicago. They lead by 4. Here's Olajuwon. The Rockets with another miss.
I like his aggressiveness there. That one didn't go down, but if you keep taking it up strong inside, good things will happen for you.
Here's the general, who's got 19. Outside Jordan. Here's the general.
No time. Oh my God. Luke
Kids,
Longley.
listen now. If you want to learn the art of rebounding, you have to watch this guy. And the dunks aren't bad
Well,
either.
He threw that one down with reckless abandon. Now here's Pippen, and stolen by Jordan.
Great D leads to easy offense.
Rockets trail by 8. Matt guarded by Jordan. Here's Olajuwon. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2. Dennis Rodman picks one up. That free throw missing. The Rockets making a switch here.
Something.
Jones is checked in.
What a dunk from Longley.
Good on the second free throw. Here's the general. 21 points in the game. Outside Pippen. Dumps it off. Clock at 4. Here's the general. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. 23 points in the game.
He's just decided to put the team on his back and take over the scoring load this quarter.
And he makes the basket. So one free throw coming up as he'll try to make it a three-point play.
When you get a hot hand like him, it's real simple. You need to keep going with it.
The and one is good, so a three-point play that time.
This is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line right here.
Here's the general. 23 points in the game. Left side, Jordan. Again, Chicago.
Well, he's really been big for their team, finding a way to consistently get it done on the scoreboard.
Rockets trail by 8. Here's Olajuwon. Tony Kukoc comes up with the rebound.
You know, Kevin, all these rebounds allow them to attack the defense before they have a chance to get back and set up on deep.
Fouled, and he was real close to getting the three-point opportunity. He'll go to the line for 2.
Shooting for Chicago. Scottie Pippen. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
Looking at the game Pippen has been having, he has 8 points and a couple of steals for him also. Whether it's making the tough pass or coming up with the steal, he's been able to do it.
Here's Drexler. 8 points for him. Drexler drawing the double team. Number 12. The shot is off. Now Chicago takes it the other way. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Oh, man!
Fantastic pass for the alley-oop. You gotta love that action.
Looks like they've worked on that one before, Clark.
Yeah, they've done it countless times.
About 5.5 minutes left in the half. There's the double team with Pippen. Matt, guarded by Pippen.
This is good stuff, man. I mean, you need to save that one, boys.
You won't get tired of watching that replay anytime soon. Here's the general, averaging 30 points per contest. Longley with it. Leads him with the pass. Connects from in close. 25 points in the game.
Good job of leading his man right to the rim for the bucket.
Drexler outside. Stolen by Pippen. Oh! And the one-handed jam to finish.
One hand, 2 hands. This guy's so good, he might be able to dunk it with no hands.
I knew you were going there. Hey, from that position, he's always going to find a way to throw that thing down. Here's Jordan. Oh! And there's the one-handed jam.
We are on fire.
Speed kills after every rebound or bucket. They're pushing it ahead down the floor. They're killing them on the break. And yet another turnover from here, Kevin, just in this.
And then Pippen slams it in.
That was an explosive move there to blow past his man for the dunk. That one's for the highlight reel.
The Rockets really having a tough go here. 17-point game. Here's Olajuwon, and just miss after miss right now. Here comes MJ. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Celtics in Boston. Pippen outside Kukoc. Can't get it to fall from downtown.
Even though he does occasionally miss, you don't want to give that guy looks like that.
And it's Drexler missing. And it's the Bulls with the ball. 17-point game. Left side, Pippen. Here's the general. 25 points in the game. Here's Kukoc.
What are you doing, Kukoc?
No luck on the three-point attempt. About 3.5 minutes left in the second. Number 12. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Contact certainly altered that shot. The official was right on top of it.
No good on the free throw. So,
we are rolling them.
Here's Price. 5 points in the game.
Really
the
good.
general, he's in at shooting guard. Pippen is out there with Dennis Rodman, and it's Michael Jordan and Harper. And that's the group for Phil Jackson as we begin the second half.
This is one of the key reasons why they're losing. You have to get more production out of your core star players.
Here's the general, guarded by Price. Harper against Price. Harper, no good. Here's Houston now. Price with the ball. Number 17. Can't put an end to the scoring drought. Knocked loose.
Kevin, you know, they're still doing a pretty good job of limiting their giveaways right now.
Here's Olajuwon.
Oh! He's doing as much as he possibly can out there. But his teammates have to carry their weight if they're going to have a chance to win.
Here's Harper. 9 points in the game so far. Backing down is Pippen. Releases from 15. Can't get it to go. And the Rockets going the other way now. Number 17. He's guarded by Harper. Back to Price. There's the double team with Pippen. Good work defensively by Rodman.
Well, the bad shooting continues for them to start this half.
Pippen against Price. Outside Harper. And again, Chicago. No good.
And right out of the half, they're cold. Missing on their first 3 attempts.
Here's Olajuwon. Scooped up. Price. Deflected. The second effort. Pinballs around and in. He has 7.
You start hitting a few of those mid-range shots, and it can open up your whole game.
Back to Pippen. Behind the arc. And that one's good.
Well, that's a start. They get one to go down finally, but now they need to build on it to keep the momentum going.
They double him with Jordan. Number 17. Can't answer back with his own 3.
They're really hurting with his performance here. He just hasn't played up to his standards so far.
Here's the general. He's got 25. Pass to Pippen. Here's the general. And, yep, that falls, and the foul is called. We'll see him shoot one from the free throw line. And the Bulls making a change here. Longley's checked in. The Rockets making a switch here. Good for the three-point play. And here are the Rockets now. The baseline J. Shot's good. 32 points in the game. Here's the general. 28 points for him.
They're harassing him for 94 feet with full court man-to-man defense.
Jordan dishes to Rodman. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Looks like a good call from here where I sit. Definitely some contact on that shot.
No good on that one.
Rodman on free throws.
And he can't hit the second. They have a lot of ground to make up here.
They're struggling. Nothing seems to be working for them right now.
Number 2. Here's Mack. Again, the Rockets score.
I thought that was a real good job to look for the shot they wanted and then be patient enough to wait for it.
Big time lead they've got.
Yeah, they're playing extremely well.
Left side, Jordan. And here's Longley. 12 points for him.
For a guy his size, he grabs a lot of rebounds, and this game's been no exception.
Number 2. It's blocked. Now a look at the hottest teams in the league. These squads have knocked down everything in the last 10 games. Take a look at the Bulls. And a regroup necessary. Timeout called by Rick Adelman.
We still have a lot of game in front of us.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Take a look at the Lakers. Long way to go still in the season, but even so, they've got the top spot. And, of course, the Houston Rockets. They're 5 spots away. Here's Mack. Nice D from Pippen.
There wasn't enough defensive pressure to affect him that close to the rim. I think he just flat out missed it.
My bad.
Backing down is Jordan.
Lucky.
The jump hook. Banks it home. Jordan's got 16.
He is an absolute beast off the low block. And whoever's guarding him, I feel sorry for him. Boy, when you run the fast break correctly, it's a thing of beauty.
Here's the general, and he has 28 points for the game. Rodman sets a screen. Here's the general.
I see him. I see him.
Outside Pippen. Clock is at 3. The tray. Barkley snatches it down inside. And here are the Rockets now. They've trailed by as many as 25 points. Here's Olajuwon, and he lays that one up and in. He's got 36.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect them to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes them change plans.
Here's the general. Pass to Pippen. Jump off pass. Jacks up the triple.
Hey,
Shot is off. And the Rockets go the other way. For 3. Rodman snatches the rebound.
Another miss, and his shooting percentage continues to go south.
It's vertical. Oh! And he jams it in beautifully.
Let's take it.
Every basket helps. They need to milk this momentum for all it's worth.
Chicago calls timeout. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's the general. And with a basket this trip, he'd have 30 points for the game. Caffey backs him down. And the Bulls with another miss. Rockets on offense. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Pippen against Harrington. Kept alive.
They'll allow him to get that off all day.
And it's Pippen slamming it down.
He's been extremely active out there, and he has the stats to prove it. Terrific hustle.
Shooting in Chicago. Scottie Pippen.
And he completes the three-point play. Clark, you keep hearing about NBA teams getting much more stat conscious, using mathematics to improve their strategies and decision-making. What do you think of all that?
Yeah, it's intriguing, and I think it can be helpful and useful. I mean, your old box scores, even stuff like plus-minus, is getting antiquated. So it seems like teams are going more and more in the direction of what they call analytics, and I think it's positive.
Here's the general. The dump off. Brown. 3 on the clock. Here's the general. Scooped up. Longley with the bucket. 14 points for him.
You have to block this guy out, Kevin. He's just too active on the boards to be left alone.
Pass to Drexler. Here's Olajuwon. Hoop plus the harm. He would not be denied, and he'll have a chance to make it a three-point play.
Right now, he's just too good, Kevin. Way too good. They need to bring a second defender and try to make him give up the ball.
You can't do that, man.
Here's Brown. Not on the scoreboard yet. Here's the general. From 20 feet out, and it's Chicago scoring again.
I bet the defense was a bit surprised when they saw him finish that play.
Here's Olajuwon, and Houston again with the bucket.
This is one well of a performance, folks, but it won't mean a thing if they aren't able to finish it off and get the win.
Now Longley.
Give the ball to Pippen.
Outside Pippen. Scooped up. Brown. And good, they convert on the second chance. Brown's got his first points of the night.
Snares the offensive rebound, then sends it home.
Down low, here's a... Oh!
What a fantastic reverse dunk. The defense was helpless.
Well, that is some slick basketball, Clark. You're right.
And it does give you such a lift as a player when you see that happen.
Caffey sets a pick. Pass to Pippen. Let's go with a three. Pippen missing again.
I really don't know what to say. Maybe he was just too wide open.
And he dunks that one through. He's got 47. 19 in this quarter alone.
Great vision on display there. The pass led him perfectly to the basket. That's how you do it.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Both. Here's Rodman. He dumps it off. Takes a three. Kept alive. Another shot. With the second effort. Still can't get it to fall. And here are the Rockets. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. So with Drexler sitting on the bench, this is Rick Adelman's lineup. We've got Kevin Willis and Price. The break is on. Now Harper got a piece of it.
Come on, Harper.
The break is on. Price with the ball. Olajuwon backs down. Nails the easy jumper.
Not bad, partner. If he keeps this up and they can get a few stops, they should be able to narrow this margin.
Harper against Price. Rodman, he's covered by Willis. Here's Longley, and no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot two. And here's what the Chicago Bulls schedule is looking like. They'll be taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. First one falls for him. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Price. He's guarded by Harper. Behind the back, Olajuwon backs in. Rodman with the rebound.
Well, he faded away on it for no good reason. He shouldn't have made that shot harder than it had to be.
Jordan. Here's the general. Outside Jordan. The putback is good. Rodman's got his first 2 points.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
It stays here. Chicago on D. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead.
Great execution on the inbounds play, and they get the basket.
And here is Harper. Back to Jordan. The general with the screen. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Willis.
He's having a very poor half from long range. He can't find the net from there, and the defense knows it.
Blocked. Outside Harper. And here's Longley. Gets rid of it. The general nails it from close range. He's got 32.
You can't allow him to establish deep position like that. Once he gets it in that close, he's almost unstoppable.
Here's Mack. And laid up and in.
He's showing some signs of life here in the second after having a very forgettable first half.
Here comes Ron Harper. Rodman with a screen on Price. Longley with it. Outside Jordan. Olajuwon cleans the defensive glass.
Nothing's working for him here. He's just really struggling to find the basket.
Rebounded by Rodman. And so here is Chicago. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Can't hit from the corner. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And I love the unselfishness. It's a joy to watch.
Poked loose and stolen by Jordan.
It's hard to make a pinpoint pass from that far away. He couldn't get a hold of it. Excellent defense, and the steal earns him a quick bucket in transition.
And here's Price. Olajuwon backs down. The hook. Longley hauls it in.
He's had some problems finding the range here in this quarter.
Here's Harper. Kept alive. The second chance effort. Close, but no cigar. So it's Houston now. They trail by 16. Olajuwon backs him down. It bounces out of bounds after the shot.
Good defensive footwork shut down his path to the basket.
So both teams changing it up here. Here's the general. About 6.5 minutes left in the fourth. Here's Pippen. Throws it down.
Well, he's lighting it up, and that surprises no one. This guy is just a dynamite scorer.
Here's Drexler. Price outside. Harrington backing down for three. No good from Price.
You got to expect more out of him here. He's had a lot of difficulty this quarter, which in turn is making it difficult for them to cut into this deficit at all. Uh-oh, a little bit of a statement made there while he hung on the rim.
That's one way to make sure the whole building knows exactly what you just did. Here's Mack. Scooped up. Here's Harrington, and count that bucket right there. He keeps with it, and now a free throw shot for him.
In the second half, they've made more of an effort to get it inside.
So for the Rockets. Here's the general. The alley-oop. Graceful finish on the alley-oop. He has 38 in the game.
Those two are in such great sync. I mean, tremendous symmetry there. The perfect pass and a perfect finish.
It really looked like he read his mind before lobbing that ball up there. Olajuwon backs in. Scooped up. Tries to save it. Number 17 nails it from the wing. He's shooting 11% from deep.
His shooting so far has been a bit spotty, so hopefully that's a sign that he's back on track.
The general. The shot misses, and the Rockets go the other way. Number 17.
Make it down, man.
And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot two here. That one on Pippen.
That's a good call by the referee. There was definitely some contact on the release of the shot.
And the first one drops. So both teams making some changes here.
Sit me down also, man.
And so he hits both.
They're settling for far too many jumpers here right now, which has limited their ability to get fouled and go to the line. You can't draw fouls if you're settling for perimeter shots. They've got to look to penetrate more and get those free throw opportunities ramped up.
Here's the general, and Drexler picking him up. 4 on the clock, 4 seconds left. Can't get it to go, and the Rockets going the other way now. Number 17, and sinks it from 3.
As the defenders were getting back on defense trying to protect the basket, he got a good look from downtown and said, why not? Nice 3 ball.
Here's the general, guarded by Price. Here's the general. And again, Chicago, no good. And here's Houston.
Why he didn't sit me down?
Kept alive.
The bench.
Goes back up. And that's good. Laying it in.
He's got a sky-high field goal percentage, and that's because he's been working to get good looks.
to stop the run. The shot, no good. And the Rockets go the other way. Here's Olajuwon with authority.
Great pass into the lane. They'll take that one every time.
Turnover by the Bulls.
A little miscommunication on that one. Both guys have to be on the same page when you're moving the ball around.
And here are the Rockets now, trailing by 17. Lobs it up. It's tipped. And here's Houston. Price. The rebound by Kukoc.
Kevin, he's been ice cold here in the second half. If he can't make his shots, he needs to drive or pass off to teammates.
To the right wing.
He had to sit me down with the others before.
Number 17. Off from three-point land. It's one-on-one. Now Kukoc, the 10-footer, bounces it off the left rim and in. And the Bulls lead by 19. And here are the Rockets. They're on a 13-4 run. Clyde Drexler on the wing. Back to Price. From deep three-point range, Lennington on the rebound.
His shot selection has been pedestrian at best. He's putting up a lot of junk, Kevin. Kevin, it's all but over now. They're doing whatever they want out there.
Here's Drexler. A fadeaway. Lennington rips down the defensive board.
They're leading by double digits, and I'd say this game is essentially done.
Price with the ball. Noah.
Okay, guys, I have to go. My wife to the hospital, so I have to stop playing right now.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long and thanks for joining us as we leave.
Word has just come down from the league that you have been awarded the Player of the Month award. Does something like this create any sort of momentum that will help the team as a whole?
Player of the Month, eh? That's quite an answer. I'd like to publicly thank those who chose me. The guys in the locker room here are great. They're going to be very excited for me. Does it help the team? I'd like to think so. The team has made a lot of strides recently, and I think something like this will only boost the morale of the team.
Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I have to go now, but I will be back in